Shut the f up!
Oh man,
We begin.
We begin.
now we're DMCA.
On YouTube, maybe.
Yeah.
We swore in the first half an hour. Now
Yeah.
Are you?
Alright. So, last time, the party found themselves in the small trading post of Stone's Law, taking some shore leave to enjoy the limited but new sights while their ship was getting repaired from the first leg of their journey. Introducing themselves to the town folk, amongst them Renala Waggletop, the town's healer, Darren Strongheart, a Dorvish traveling butcher, Samir, a Genasi bard, who Sahil assisted in transposing a song that was oddly connected to your guys' past events in Guild's Row.
Noted Sussy Baka.
Later discussing future plans for how to make up time, with Captain Quill agreeing to go through the center of the Mist Sea. While it's faster, it is more dangerous. Taking the rest for the night, Sahil was visited by his patron, Madra. Finding himself on the shores of his hometown in Breezecliff with Madra, their hands outstretched for the Nixium eyes Sahil had taken from the Salahammer. In exchange, she gave him the last string for his lute, granting him the Lute of Tide. Sahil and the rest of the inn were woken up by a blood-curdling scream as an orcish man had entered, yelling about something breaking out of his chest. Jumping into action, the team managed to kill the creature coming out of the man's chest while quickly saving the man himself. From there, you guys went to go investigate and find out where this man had come from, what was going on in that town, and found the Stones Turner, a crashed ship with a plethora of people kind of scrambling off board, trying to run and get assistance. Some of them with the same chest burster as monster coming out of them. Others being completely fused together as a bit of bad transportation magic had put them in the same place at the same time. You guys, again, very quickly and amazingly, I cannot stress enough to you how this was going to be a zombie-esque takeover of this small town, and left and right, you guys just shot that shit down. Not having it. It was amazing.
Hired for security.
And you fucking did your goddamn job. And after that, found out that there was a lab of orientation, the teleportation magic school of the Izzet, off somewhere in the middle of the Mist Sea, having essentially transposed itself into the middle of an island. You guys take the rest of the few days, wait for repairs to be done. Is there anything you guys would like to do? I know that you were looking at some of the ships and stuff that came through. Nothing really of super importance, just some general people coming in, trading ores, getting some regular goods and stuff to bring back further into the gnomish colonies.
Oh, no peoples of interest.
Not really.
Well, we're here.
No new peoples of interest.
No.
I will just passively, throughout the few days, continue to try to ingratiate ourselves to the captain so he doesn't have an issue with our griffin.
Apologize to the crew for being so stern and bringing them back to the ship, and then play some but is it stones or
Lodestones.
Lodestones? Okay, play Lodestones with them. Try to make sure that we're never end up in a mutiny situation.
All right, I would like you to make 2 rolls for me.
Oh fuck. Okay.
One is just a general charisma check, how well you're coming across. You can do persuasion if you'd like.
Can I help him?
Are you also going to go down and play stones with them?
Well, yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
I grant you assistance.
So you can take it at advantage.
Thank God for that, because I have been rolling absolute garbage.
I also would like to
We've never heard of the cards. We've never heard of the cards.
kind of mess with the kids a little bit with my spider climbing stuff.
If people in the chat, tell me if this is ASMR. Oh, nat 20.
All right. Was that an advantage?
That was just the first roll.
I would love Just roll the second time. If you get another natural 20, I'll do something.
18.
Okay.
9 for the second roll,
Wait, what?
and then 10 for the second.
You asked for 2 rolls. The first one she did at advantage.
Ah,
Yeah.
they're going to be for 2 different things. So the
Okay.
first one would be at advantage. So we'll take the natural 20. You got a
then-
crit success.
Then I add what to it? Persuasion? Yeah, let's do that. D&D Beyond.
It's
D&D
Beyond.
Persuasion? Okay, so that's
I almost-
17 for the other one.
So the second roll is supposed to be intelligence.
That would be a +0, so 10.
10. Okay. That's for you playing stones. Because it's a
Okay.
mental game. You were rolling against the crew to see how well you did.
Well, maybe that's why they're so happy.
Yeah, because they definitely rolled higher than you. I rolled a 19 on the die, and they get a +4 to this because they're proficient in this game and
literally
get +2
nothing I could have done
intelligence.
would have been that. Yeah.
Well, if you'd rolled a natural 20, we could have talked about it.
I couldn't crit succeed on a skill check.
God, you were bruised up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm marine.
You should see the other boat. This is funny because it
Air,
works like
air
that.
fist bump.
It's like being a regular mechanic, but it's harder and there's less room.
Boat yoga.
Yeah.
That's what he. No, Colby's. I'm not taking credit for that.
Yeah, no.
So over the course of a few days, while you're playing with them, you do ingratiate yourself. You realize they weren't that upset with you for putting them on board. They kind of understand that's your job. There's some weird stuff going on. That's the whole reason that you guys are on board. So they weren't upset. Just a little groggy, right? That said, you do wind up losing about 3 golds worth of coin while you're playing.
Investment.
Because they definitely kick your ass more times than not.
Well, I've been playing longer.
I feel like Lolex keeps playing, even though you can tell he's gonna keep just to make them happy.
Yeah, I barely even understand the rules of this game, but sure, we can keep playing. Alright, so. With that rolled up,
I'm doing the spider climbing stuff in front of the kids.
do you just regularly fall off the side of the cliff and go like, ah, and then
Yeah.
stop?
Yeah. Because after seeing them do like the.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh no! Ah.
My familiar, Toteron,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask around to see if there's a baffle toad equivalent of baffle crabs.
So, as you ask and go look around, there's not. But there are bloat pigs,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty much exactly what you're asking for. They are pigs that swell up and become buoyant using the mist.
Okay.
And that's how they go from like little archipelago islands. They float from each of them grazing. So when they're deflated, they're thinner than most pigs that you would see because they have to travel a lot for food. But when they're inflated, they're just like literal balloons.
So I'm kind of imagining like the original Shrek.
Exactly.
When he inflates a frog to be a balloon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I would like to have a one of the floaty pigs as Toteron to follow me around while we're here.
Done.
That is all.
Beautiful. I love it.
Andrew, say less.
All right. So as your time there comes to a bit of a close, Dick's assisting in the people that he had to kind of extricate from each other and get them kind of squared away. They're not doing great. Just separating them definitely wasn't the call. I'm gonna say that. They're alive, but that
We're missing some
Quite
tissue.
dramatic.
quite traumatic, as well as the effect that it had on their mind did not get remedied by separating.
Yep.
So,
Well, they're still screaming. They're just in pieces.
correct.
Awesome.
I feel like the Izzet, out of all of the guilds, should have a specialty ward for people who get horridly fucked up in magical accidents.
But no. You sign a disclosure
Yeah.
on your way in. That's not their problem.
Yeah.
They just dump you in like a room and just like.
The Bulgari can make use of them.
It's to give the amputation stuff. Ooh.
Yep, that's the reason I wasn't getting into it. Alright, so the end of the 4 days comes to a close. The ship is good as new. Captain Quill kind of walks by you guys and goes, alright, well, we're getting everything put together and ready to go. So I would make any last minute stops if you'd like. If not, let's get going.
Cool. I'm getting on the boat.
I think we're good up on food. And I don't want to speak for Styx, but I imagine he might have been just creating extra food and water for helping the Izzet folks, so they're not trying to buy food out of the small town with limited supplies.
Well, actually, as you guys mentioned that, they are getting together, cobbling some resources, and they are just drawing a teleportation circle.
Oh.
They're going back to Guild Row.
That works great.
Good now.
I'm glad one of them had access to 5th level.
We should have them wait, and then we could just exit the teleportation circle at the end of our trip.
That would... Who's drawing the circle?
The lady that was in charge.
Right. So we could sidebar with the party before they're leaving. We could try to convince her to come with us, so that way she could expedite the trip back, but then we don't take the boat back.
Then the boat doesn't have security on the way back.
Well, does it need? Were we hired to just get it there?
No, we were
Right.
hired to get it all the way back to the old row.
We were hired to escort a specific package, but I think
Is there
part of
anything
that
that we should be
package
sending
was the
back
boat.
with them?
I think just them telling everybody what we did was enough.
we could give him a letter.
Do we want anything to like be sent to Volunteer? It's been a while since we talked to him.
He's he's heading to the Barrack North. He's heading home.
I guess there's nothing for us there then.
Yeah, he's not at the tavern right now.
Yeah.
So we could send a letter back to Morgan, just give her an update on what we've kind of gone through.
Mm-hmm.
I sent a message back to Yolov before we left. So, there's that, but
Still good to keep in contact. It'll be reasonably easy.
Yeah.
sure, I'll write an update message and ask them to take it
Oh, yeah, no problem.
and
Just
just explain, and I totally haven't even given you the first message.
Well, the funny thing is, timeline-wise, this update message will get to them before your original message.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
I'll tell
start
them.
referencing the old
No,
letter.
I'll tell them. Don't make sure he knows to read the other one first.
Hi Morgana. We fought a memory-eating demon, or found one at least. We fought a mountain that ate things. We fought a bunch of zombies.
We skipped our English classes, but we don't need it.
Yeah. I learned how to speak Elvish better.
It'd be really funny if you wrote gooder.
Uh-huh.
I learned practical jokes.
It's in Dwarvish. We write it in Dwarvish.
Write it in
Force her to go translate it.
Yeah.
These fuckers.
Yeah, she should have comprehend languages. She's a high-level government
I
official.
can't speak infernal. I can turn infernal.
Imagine if we like wrote something that was like in Dwarvish, but then like in Elvish when translated, and there was just like a whole bunch of like pain in the ass to like just
Ooh.
translate.
I think I've met a cryptographer like that or two back in the old Guild's Row. You know, there are people who do that kind of thing. It's just a headache, and I kind of had my eyes glaze over after about 5 minutes explanation.
Well,
They were more fascinating than the explanation.
they have message, pat on back. Good luck.
They take it with them. You see that they all kind of pile into the circle, and really bright flash. They're gone.
Did they take everybody, like including the messed up ones?
Yeah, it
Okay.
took them. So they don't actually have anybody that has 5th level spells, but they do have the materials and a few scrolls that the professor had given them.
Okay.
The issue was getting everybody into a consolidated place and getting everybody like just figured out enough to get back to Guild's Row.
I wanted to make sure they didn't just leave the possibly crippled people. Just
They took them with.
okay. I just wanted to make sure they didn't just dump them here. And they're like, "Up, see it."
Is an Izzet move.
You see another transposing accident as only half of their body is in the actual transportation circle as they, and then you just watch them.
Oh no! All right.
I'm kidding. That doesn't happen. I'm joking. Alright, so you all pile onto the Sunset Squall and start to push off.
Disembark.
If you all
Onward.
could. Oh, actually,
Glory.
perfect.
A roll time.
We are going to be doing roll time.
Hmm.
If all of you could roll me a d20.
Adding what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Straight d20.
We're just gonna.
Ooh.
You're just raw dogging that d20.
20. 15.
19.
15. My number was bad last time.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. I need to pull up the actual sheet that has all this on it.
I wasted my 19.
Yep.
All right, going left to right. What'd you get?
15.
15.
My number was bad last time.
Okay. You got a 4.
Quattro.
Good.
19.
Oof. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So, as you guys push off and start to get towards the center of the Mist Sea itself, the temperature begins to rapidly drop. Rapidly drop. This is a cold snap. And there's an odd moment where you guys can feel what feel like crystalline shards hitting against the sails and dropping onto the deck as winds start to pick up. If any of you want to go inspect one of these shards, picking it up, it is this weird. It begins to melt in your hand and turn back into mist. But this is crystallized phlogiston. And as you're going to pick it up, you see one of the deck hands looks over and just goes like, "Dad, don't touch it."
Okay.
Is it too cold?
It's highly combustible in that form.
Mm.
You're not convincing me not to pick it.
Well, if that goes, then all the other ones go.
Is it able to be set off by body heat, or is
Is
it
Lolax
or
on
force?
Is Lolax on the deck?
Concussive?
All right.
Is Lolax on the deck?
Yeah?
No. 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 No.
What? What would it?
No.
What?
No.
Maybe we should keep it?
No.
Lap sack.
It'll just melt when it gets warmer again. And then you have a bag full of air.
Nothing wrong with a bag full of air.
I mean, isn't it a bag full of gas?
Be a bag full of mist, but it'll just burlap. It's not going to stay in there.
We should make balloons out
Okay.
I put the sack next to the big ballista.
Oh, great. So you do take a big old, you start collecting.
Very gently.
Good to know. I'm gonna.
Noted. Oh, man.
More like a small pouch than a large.
I imagine the captain just watching this and being like, oh.
it. DM's note: punish them for dumb.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, I just said party collected crystalline phlogiston.
oh, not party. Just Sayil. Don't
All
rope
right.
me into this.
So with that going on, you see some of the day-to-day for the crew becomes a lot harder, dealing with the rigging, stuff like that, because as they're going up there, they are literally using their body heat to start unfreezing parts of you.
Right.
Just due to they don't want a sudden shift in the mass and a crack in that phlogiston to create a small fire randomly. So they are around the clock starting to work on this. They've started to move slower. That way there's less chance of kinetic energy causing this. And that starts to help initially up until the wind starts to kick up.
Mm-hmm.
And as the wind starts to kick up, there is a bit of a turbulence that starts to happen as well. and you guys can hear this crystalline flop starting to crack. And there's a crack, crack
In the bag?
around the ship.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
And while these are just like small, the cracks are small enough that they are not causing damage currently. This could be an issue in the future.
Right. I will do my best to help them out, like
I would also
if I'm using bardic inspiration or what have you.
I would also say I would like to help. I don't think I'm exactly very warm,
No, you are not.
so I don't think I would help.
Was there like, so this is the crystal stuff. Can we like see it coming up ahead, kind of thing?
It is basically like a frozen rain coming in, and it's starting to make contact, which is what is. And as it makes contact, it is starting to kind of like hold on to pieces of the mast, that kind of stuff.
Could I try to use something like burning hands
No.
to get away from
No.
like areas that would be like more critical on the ship if they were to like make impact there? It would be like 15 feet away, but I don't know what the repercussions of my actions would be.
I would say maybe like
Yeah.
with air, pushing it
I
away.
don't know if I have anything like that. I have like thunder, which could like.
That's percussive. Yeah. it would-
Let's not make any boom booms.
Well, I want to protect, not boom boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you bringing this up with the party and other people?
Probably the captain.
Cool. Great choice. You bring that up to the captain, and you see the color drains out of his face. He goes, "Please, not right now. Do not be using fire.
Yeah. What about like air?
Or ice.
If you can make an envelope around us, then maybe."
Can I try to do that?
Andrew, the DM, is now going like, "How do you transpose to air? Like, how do you transmute to air? What is the thunder would be, but that would also be percussive."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a spell casting check to see how delicate you can be with this,
Would-
Okay.
because it's more about you shaping your burning
Oh.
hands in such a way that
Question.
it goes that direction rather than just up.
What
Oh,
what about like would regular ice block this ice?
You just wind up with sheets on sheets, and then
So-
so it crystallize and fall down.
I would like to use 2 spell slots. One aimed at a direction that's not going to have fuck ups, and another one aimed if I am successful at that with the spellcasting check.
Sure.
Cool. Can I add anything to it?
Spellcasting modifier.
So it'd be your charisma.
Okay. That would be a 13.
13.
Proficiency? Or no?
You're not proficient in
I mean, if I could do
moving
spell-
stuff.
Yeah, it's not spell attack that goes with it, or is it? No. Okay,
It's just your spellcasting modifier.
got it.
So as you take a deep breath, let this golden fire out, you can hear that you are rapidly heating this phlogiston back to a gas.
I thought it was air.
Oh, sorry, don't mind me. Yeah. My brain hurts. I had a lot of things going up there. You're good. So instead they snap and they crack into each other, and there's this odd moment where you do create an envelope, but on the other side of that envelope, there's a small chain reaction as they crack into each other and start to break, and then there's just a out for about 15 feet in front of you guys. That said, when you go through it, it is very hot. Not unbearably, not painfully. And you realize that might actually be effective in unfreezing the stuff as you guys are going through without applying direct heat to it.
Okay. So then I'm gonna use my other spell slot and do the same thing.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Big brain.
I dig it. So,
Failed successfully.
this is the best podcast I've ever listened to while at work. Thank you.
Ah,
That's nice to hear.
Alright, so I'm going to roll navigation for the crew.
come on, crew boys.
You guys are helping, so the negative modifiers are tamped down a little bit.
Inspired.
Come on, crew boy.
Are you actually inspired?
Yes.
Come on, crew boy.
D6?
Yep.
Dope. The captain is very good. He was already getting assistance from his first mate,
Mm-hmm.
so he had an advantage. plus the inspiration. Rolled very well.
Right.
So, while it is, you guys had to slow down a little bit at first, trying to compensate for what was going on. You guys don't lose that much time, and in fact, this is still the better way to go.
All right.
Booyakasha.
Congratulations!
There we go.
You guys' first day of travel goes by without a hitch.
First day. Oof.
Well, you guys are cutting across, so you have a lot more to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be harder, so I'm actually going to start asking for more and more checks
Oh yeah.
as we go.
Here we go. Let's.
So, day 2, around the room again. Please give me some d20s.
Oh, sweet.
3, good.
7.
7, good.
5.
Good.
All odd numbers.
Ah!
That means, oh, hot damn, and he rolled a 19 on the dice. You guys sail through your second day without any issue, going through that first bit of storm.
Oh.
That said, the captain does kind of look around, see he looks a little bit nervous.
Oh boy.
He points behind him, and you guys can see that wall of the storm that you guys had gone through the day before, and he goes, we're in the eye. This is the center of the Mist Sea itself. It is constantly, at least storming a little bit. We are going to have to go through the other side of this at some point in time.
Is there any like happy wildlife in this area that is like not going to kill us and is just having fun?
No. Not allowed. Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Please.
What if
15.
What if he had the griffin help pull the boat?
So, I have a random encounter table. Specifically for this, actually.
Happy creature table. I like happy creature table.
It's not a happy creature table, but it is sights and things to see
Mhm.
that are not just combat.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, off in the distance, you do spot 2 rocks. Rocks are giant eagles and birds of prey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
ROC.
Giants literally ride them.
Mm-hmm.
ROC.
Wow.
And you do see that they are flying together in what looks to be a probably like a mating ritual. They're going up, talons clasped, turning back down, rocketing down towards one of these ancillary islands and stuff that you guys see out there, and last second breaking apart, coming back up and doing it again and again, just getting in sync with each other until they eventually land. And you see, as you guys are passing by, they start to kind of posture and gesture, a little scared of the ship as you guys are going by, but there's a nest there, and it looks like a new generation of rocks is probably going to be born fairly soon.
I'm gonna go to the captain and just be like, there's a beautiful sight out there with a nest.
He's going to look over and go like, and we need to go to the left, and start veering away from it.
How many days of omelets do you think I could make?
Shut
I would probably ask the captain, like, is there any, like, are we going to encounter the same type of weather we just got through, going back through kind of the storm wall?
It could be warmer, which could be its own set of issues.
Is there anything we can do preventative, like, right before we breach through that wall? Or are we just gonna have to see what happens and...
We're largely just going to have to see what happens. We already braced for it as best we could.
Okay.
And he actually, speaking with you guys last time, points out a lot of the bracing and extra things they put around. There was more internal bracing, as well as the masts and stuff have been braced. The side sails they use to position like yaw and lift and all that kind of stuff have had their own metal braces put in, as well as you can see they're now retractable. So during high storms where you've lost control, you can pull them in. That way you don't get damaged.
Right.
So when things calm down, you can hopefully re-extend and be able to navigate better again.
Yeah. And any like minor damages and whatnot that would have happened due to the explosive rain of yesterday, I'll lend a hand with mending.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I assume the crew already looked and took
Yes.
note, but I was like, I would do that too. So
Yep. It's very well taken care of. Derman, the baffle crab, actually assists in that quite a bit, just carrying people up and down the areas that they can't normally get to.
Very excited for the battle crab.
I think they're adorable.
Can you describe the baffle crab again?
You want me to explain? Okay, they're basically like these person-sized crabs, right? They have like big old pincers, think like Kingler, except they have little baffles, little ports on the back of their shell that open and close so they can take in phlogiston and let go phlogiston, so they can change how buoyant they are, so they can float and they can crawl, and they're just cool. I want one in real life.
Does ours have like a little captain's hat?
No, in fact, yours just got back from the Shipwrights Guild because it had a portion of its shell cracked and had to get repaired. So it is this little baffle crab that has what looks like some light aluminum studding into it with a faux carapace that has been grafted onto it to make sure that it stays safe.
What's his name?
German.
German.
When they're floating and to propel themselves in certain directions, does it sound like a small toot?
It does.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Alright, so day 2 done. Can we go ahead and roll for day 3, please?
Give it up for day 3! SpongeBob. Day 3! Everybody give it up for day 3! When they keep the Krusty Krab open just continuously and they never go home.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
24
yeah.
hour.
Day 23! Give it up for day 23! Huh? I forgot what day it is. 43! I have a photogenic memory.
You ever notice that Mr. Krabs never stuck around for the night shift?
Did you just say that you have a
Pretty surprised.
photogenic memory?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Sure.
He only remembers things that look nice.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right.
Alright, what'd you get?
7.
7?
11.
11?
17.
Silvery barbs.
Alright. Well.
Yep.
Actually, even with the 17, not that big of a deal. So, basically how it works is your weather drop, your temperature drop, or temperature up, you are wind in your precipitation. That's how this has been working. So,
It's wet.
temperature is normal, wind is normal, so it's not a storm, and you guys have heavy precipitation, but besides that, not a big deal.
Is it liquid or is it the crystallized?
It is liquid.
Okay. Is it liquid phlogiston?
It is liquid phlogiston.
Is it extra flammable then?
It sure is.
Yuck.
Dude, one of these things on its own, usually not that bad. But 2?
Yeah, they can deal with one at a time.
Yeah.
Winds, they can course correct. The phlogiston, it's just like, hey, don't use sparks. Nothing with sparks.
I'm on the deck like, pull.
All the people are having cold food.
Literally, it is. You guys get bread and water today. That's what we're surviving on.
Yep.
Prestidigitation.
You can make it taste better.
Warm it up.
Yeah, without sparks.
Hot bread.
I built the support,
Yo,
not a support.
the support. All right. So, but it is at the end of that day 3. You guys do see a island out in the distance, one that had been described to you earlier, with what looks like a Izzet science lab sticking out the side of it.
You, Andrew.
We got it.
Are we?
I want to stop so bad.
Hey,
I want to stop so bad.
hey Cap, we doing good on time?
Actually, we're doing great on time.
All right,
Take a
do we got
piss.
enough time for like a nice 2-hour leg stretch on a rock?
You see, he's going over his map and he goes, yes, it's I already spoke with the other captain. I have already veered us off course for it. They requested it if we had time, which we do, that we go gather some of their supplies that they left so they could take more crew so they can get there easier.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to.
towards the end of the day, we're probably going to sleep here for the night.
I want to go here so bad. I
Go.
want to go so bad.
You see, he gets a wry smile on his face. And it's just like, I will never understand adventurers, but I'm happy you are excited.
I'm seeing more emotion out of Kex
It's like
Rock
salivating.
than anything else so far.
So, as you guys pull closer to this, it really looks like this lab just wound up smack dab in the middle of this island. It somehow shunted itself down into it, and it is just sitting at an angle, like the hilt of a dagger, sitting out there.
Is it still raining?
It is currently.
Okay, I
No
don't.
sparks.
Yeah, I don't try to see if it wiggles loose by
I
hitting
will-
the outside with an Eldritch
I'll
Blast.
volunteer to go in and take a look first.
In fact, Sayil, with your can you go ahead and give me a perception check, since you know what this used to look like?
4 plus stuff. So
You still have a good plus stuff.
not. It's only like a +5 because I have. Oh great, that broke.
You have observant.
Yeah, that's for passive. I have a +5 for my training
Okay.
proficiency, so it's only a 9.
9? Okay. You can definitely tell, even with a 9, that not all of it is sticking out. It looks
Mhm.
like a decent portion of it is in the rock itself.
Some of it's still underground. Looks
Yeah.
like. So
Well,
I think we should all be at least nearby the
Oh, yeah.
building when you go
I'm
inside.
just saying, like,
But you are the one to go in first.
right, and take a look and see if there's any going on.
I cast suggestion. Be our friend.
What the hell? I had the Sayil one fixed.
Is that the DM stuff?
No, that's you guys.
Okay, cool.
It's just black and white.
It is just showing up wrong for whatever reason at the moment.
The Mist Sea saps all color from television set.
So glad we were going here. It was gonna burn in my brain if we skip this. I'm just
I just hope there's some magic items because like somebody over there got a loot.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
I mean, you got a cool arcane focus though.
I got a cool arcane focus, but I lost my staff.
I only got cut up a little bit.
Unrelated character.
It cut in half.
Yeah. That was a different character that did that.
Couldn't have been me.
It wasn't.
Ever.
We could
That
have
was the
Luna and sit
tiefling.
where Jeremy goes.
I made that joke earlier. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength.
What we named each other on our phone, right?
Spectrum buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Spectrum buddy, you're the one. Sorry, gotta set up the tokens because they didn't want to save correctly.
420 channel points. And Styx is just chilling with the dudes.
Oh, he's not coming with you guys?
No, he is. I'm saying the dudes is in relax and Sayil. While
The one staying outside.
Gotcha.
Kexi boy goes in and takes a look see.
Keki boy.
Kexi boy.
Pixie boy.
Boy.
I used to work with a guy named Bin Bui.
Pin boy.
Yeah, and there was a woman in the office named Casey, and there was a maintenance supervisor named Casey. So he would call them Casey girl and Casey boy. And he was always just a delight to listen to. I liked his accent a lot.
Imagine.
I want to learn
My skills out.
like what, because I believe he was born in Vietnam. I want to know what the phonetic like part of the language made it easier for him to say instead of this one would be kind of how he would pronounce it. Was it this one? Like, I wonder what like common part of Vietnamese that he grew up learning made that the easier sound for him to make when he was speaking. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to like watch like folks like who just like speak a first language like learn English and then see like the way that they do tongue placement specifically. Like it's really interesting because you can change like your entire like accent by just changing the place where your tongue rests.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how British actors get an American accent.
You can learn it too.
So, you guys are dropped off on the island, so you guys can go forward and figure out what you want to do, if it's safe, etc., etc. You guys see that there are two small islands with a rope bridge between the two. It looks like one of them was offloaded with a bunch of supplies. That is probably what you guys were told about earlier from the stone turner. Across the bridge is a larger island that seems to have been a former mining outpost. You guys see that there are cranes going from one level to another. There's a small shack where people probably stayed at one point in time, as well as a lower level that goes into some mines. Does this work? Can I ping yet? No, I need to fix that plugin. All right. The lab itself seems to be set pretty much, like I said before, in the middle. So if you guys were trying to get in, you'll probably have to go through the mines.
All right.
All right. Well, that's what we're doing.
Before you leave, can we have a meeting of the minds?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I gotta roll for that to see how long it lasts.
If I could get rid of the message
I
cantrip,
remember.
I would consider it because of telepathy.
D8. Fortunately, I can do it to all of us.
Yep.
Okay, it'll last for 3 hours.
That'll probably do.
Yep.
We don't want to be here longer than that.
Nope.
So.
Okay.
I'm messing around with a bunch of new plugins, so I'm trying to make sure that they're all working as we're going.
Is this Foundry?
This is Foundry. We're up on Foundry.
Yo, that's
Nice.
fucking cool. I was like, it looks a little bit different, but not overly different.
You know what's really cool? Watch
Yeah.
this.
What? Show us. Show us with your DM stuff.
You can just hit arrow keys to walk the tokens.
Yep.
Yo, okay. So I'm excited about this, and this might be early to talk about it, but I ordered this thing called Material Plane, which is a module for Foundry.
Mhm.
And what it allows you to do is it sets up a camera that's an IR sensor above a TV, and you have these token bases that you place your like D&D minis on. And when you move the physical base of the token, it moves it in the thing. So we can have actual minis be updating like the...
When we die in the game, do we die in real life too?
You know, that's one that I'm working on. But if you want me to shortcut it and you die in game, then I... yeah.
That works for me. Sahil takes 8 steps to the left.
Colby goes.
There was this video that like was on Reddit last night where it's like this guy who's like an actor and he's like practicing like the I just got shot and now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like the falls of like death. And somebody in the comments was like, that's not how somebody dies. And I was like,
Whoa. Whoa. All right. Okay.
One of my favorite things to watch is mocap people for like first-person shooters. They're up on a catwalk and they get shot and they ragdoll off a catwalk
Yeah.
into like a foam pit.
All right.
All right.
So,
Go to the mine entrance,
all right.
and I will definitely peeksy doodle in there first. The range of the whispers, I can't imagine we're going to exceed a range of a mile on this island.
is it possible to get rid of like the sidebar thing there?
Not that I can tell yet. I was trying to mess with it in settings, and I couldn't get it to go away.
No worries.
I'm sure there is a way, I just don't know it yet.
Sure.
In me head, I'm gonna go take a peek. All right, I'll take a peek.
So as you guys start to make your way forward, you do see signs of what look like battle of some sort. It looks like there has been fighting, as well as a odd automaton thing that is kind of dragging itself in circles.
Have we seen anything like this before in Gell's Row or?
No, it seems to be made out of like almost this weird bronze. It has this very bulbous shape to it. As it kind of rolls over, you do see like the majority of its body is just one ocular.
Can I roll like an insight check to see like what my vibe about this creature is?
You want to roll a vibe check on the
I
creature?
want to roll a vibe check and see if it's like friendly, if it's like skittish, if it's like can I like understand its body language with just the amount of like charisma that I have.
That'd be wisdom, but sure.
What? Okay.
Insight is wisdom.
Yeah, I meant like for flavor, like that's why I would be able to read. But yeah.
It's a robot.
You be a robot.
So it's a bronze creature with the majority of its body being an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll for history to see if Sahil knows what this is?
It'll be a fairly high DC, but sure.
Or
11.
Yep.
11.
It's vibing.
Out of the box.
It seems odd
Oh.
in that it's not working very well. Whether it's friend or foe, you can't really tell.
Kind of reminds me of the slot.
I cast
I
fire.
rolled a 1.
Oh, fire stuff bad.
Can
You're so lucky that I chose like the ability to transmute my magic because
No fire right now.
There's been so many situations where fire is not the right call.
Yes. No.
I'm learning this. I want to see if there's a way that I can show the character art.
I bet you like fire is probably like the most resisted magic type in D&D.
Probably because it's most common.
Yeah.
Like if you like most wizard, sorcerer,
There it
etc.
is.
Like, oh,
It just
they
took a
can
minute.
They can use firebolt.
That's what it looks like.
I know what that is, but Lolax doesn't.
I know full well what that
Bam does not. Kex does not. Or poke it. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stab its eye. No. Okay. Would there be any way to like?
What?
The fact that it just worked. I hit the X button over here, and I didn't have to like go all the way
I
up
don't-
there and exit out.
Would there be any like way to like? I don't even know if this would be a check that we could make, but like discern if this
Wait.
was something that assisted with the mining process here, and it's just busted from whatever happened, or is this a foreign entity?
I would allow you to make either a investigation or a nature check.
I will make investigation, there, sir. Hey, that
Oh,
is
sorry. Don't mind me. Please continue.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
11 plus 9.
I just realized I zoomed in the camera without changing the battle side map, so it's just me from here up currently.
Want me to put that mouth?
That's what you. That's all you really need is just like nose and eyes looking at you.
Can we just talk about the fact that you can actually just zoom in on this map so well too, and it doesn't lose like any quality?
That would
Love
be
that.
cool.
I made this map actually.
I know.
Hey,
Not bad, not bad.
good job.
There we go. That's fixed. Hello.
Hello.
All right. What did you get
Dirty 20.
for investigation?
Yes.
All right. Just by looking at it, you see that it has weaponry on it,
Mhm.
and that it does not look to be dirty as if it was something used for manual labor.
Mhm.
It does not look like it's from here. Maybe it was a protection detail of some sort at one point in time, but probably not for this.
Something to maybe keep an eye out for more of these then. Got it. Cool. All right. Y'all keep an eye on that thing.
Should we try to talk to it?
I think it's probably best just to leave it alone.
I rolled a 1.
It seems very sporadic, and I'd rather not find anything unless we have to, and it's just kind of leaving us alone right now. So I think we should just leave it alone.
We're now back for a brief technical oversight.
Wire,
Loaded mine.
wire, good.
Ooh, I like how it tells you the name of the map too.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Low mines.
We're loading. There we go.
It's me. Gangsta boy.
All right. As you enter in,
I'm the boogeyman. I've always dreamed of being a geisha.
We'll just get Andrew like a little mirror so he can like see the TV monitor
Well, that's
behind
why
him.
I suggested we duplicate one of the displays for you.
it fucked with me so bad. I was just like, it's all the way over there, and I gotta go over there. Ah!
Yeah.
All right. So
What I hear is he needs a third monitor.
I need one right here.
Either
Actually,
that or you could just look at OBS.
I could. That's what I did the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't do it this time. My brain doesn't work. Okay, leave me alone.
Same.
I don't need you. I don't.
All right, Andrew wants to play with himself then.
So, as you enter in, you do see that this place seems to have been stripped pretty bare as it is. What is your passive perception?
13, I believe. Yes. That's an investigation. 19.
Can you imagine somebody streaming D&D by themselves and they're the DM and the players?
That's just writing a book.
I know, but like I can't imagine how hard that would be.
I talk to myself anyway, so. And I was a DM.
So, 13.
I expect another right kind of mental illness already.
As you enter in, you don't really see a ton, even with your dark vision, as it is. You can just make out that there are some walls around you with some rubble, and the sound of something skittering and moving far off, deeper into the mines.
I'm stealthing.
Right, go and give me a stealth check.
Sneak.
Ooh, huge stealth check.
Music.
28.
28.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not low or high.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. I can't quite. There's only 2 numbers I can roll higher than that, so.
Does dark vision make it so that you only see in black and white?
I believe so. Shades.
Gotcha.
Well,
It could be green too.
you see that there is a left and a right for you.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I'm trying to find a path towards the Izzet thing. So I'm gonna peer down, get as close as I can to both paths and peer down them and see what I can see.
Okay. You
See if I can see anything that looks more unnatural than a mine would. Or if there's weird spooky magic vibes.
you start to make your way forward. You do actually see something skittering in these walls.
Mm.
Just off in between some of these boulders and stuff, you see that there is this weird amalgamation of body parts that is sitting on top of one of these other animatronic beings that you guys encountered beforehand, just starting to pull it apart piece by piece. It has not clocked you yet.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural 20 for my perception,
Mm-hmm.
but it gets nothing in its perception,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna be rolling nat 20s. I wanted to do.
So it hasn't
when
clocked
it
me
doesn't
yet.
work.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that in my head to what I see, and I'm gonna try and move away from it down the other path.
Which way would you like to move?
Which I'm trying to my character's right, but the way I'm looking at the screen to the left.
That way?
That way, yeah.
You start to move on over. It leads you to a few, looks like mining dead ends, basically. So nothing of real note besides just some leftover deposits.
I'm gonna start moving down then.
Same thing.
Same thing, nothing there. Okay, I'm gonna go back up, and can you blow the map back up? I'm gonna go kind of retrace my steps, avoiding that little area where that thing was, and try to loop back around to the other path without getting close to that thing.
Okay. Get my ass kicked by this.
Keeping a very healthy distance from where I know it's at.
Okay. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to move you.
Probably a good idea.
And I'm also going to go into these settings and see if I can zoom it out a little bit more while you guys are moving around. Real quick. If I can't, then I can't.
Also, do I get the sense that the same kind of misty fumes and stuff are inside the mine?
Very much so.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that in my head. Still no sparks in mine. Big gas pocket.
Oh, in the opposite direction. That's what I wanted.
Very good zoom in right.
Game settings, please. It's not opening.
That was a pretty lucky find on the picture though. That's about exactly how I envisioned him looking.
weird seeing black and white.
Well, you don't see in color.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, he also doesn't look that colorful, anyways.
I know. It just feels like.
Welcome
I'm in a dark tunnel.
I'm just kidding. That's not how I see.
Does Foundry do music too?
It does. We're doing music currently. We just can't hear it at the moment.
Oh. There.
I was worried it was Luna.
There we go. That's better.
That's too
So
complicated.
other direction.
All right. So, if you could go ahead and roll me another stealth check. You've gone through, checked things out, gone back around, and this being is maybe a little less than occupied at the moment.
26.
26. All right. I literally rolled a 19, but still doesn't matter.
Big stealthy boy.
Big stealthy boy.
The lowest I can roll is an 11, and that's with a nat 1.
So you manage to make your way around it as it is still there. Make your way down, and you see that it opens up some more here. And that you could probably keep going for a while.
There's still no sign of the Izzet thing.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm gonna tell everybody in mind. I'm not super far in, but I'm a decent way in. There is something in here. It's getting around. It hasn't clocked me. I'm pretty confident it won't clock me. But I see no sign of the Izzet thing
Do you
yet.
think I can use fire in the cave if I come join?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So do you guys think I should keep trying to go in and find the path? And then I can lead you guys through? Or should I come back out and we go through together?
I guess the only thing that I think might be helpful is I can make you invisible. And maybe if you come back, I can tap that in. But I think you should maybe scout this for
Yeah,
yourself.
I think I should keep going the way I'm going.
I don't think you should go more than 100 feet away from us, though.
I'm already probably more than 100 feet away from you.
How far into the cave do you think we can get before we run into any potential issues?
Not
if we try
very.
to keep quiet.
Not very far, because that creature's already pretty close to the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And if we make a bunch of noise, there might be more of it down here. So I would rather get a better gauge of what's down here.
You guys are currently already about 150 feet away.
Yeah.
I think being invisible would be to your advantage. But otherwise, I think maybe you should just be scouting this, and more
Yeah.
information the better.
I mean, I can come back out and get invisibility and then go back in.
I think that'd be a good idea.
All right.
Let's do that.
That's what I'll do.
And I'm going to use my spell slot when he comes back to do that.
I'll inspire him.
All right. You move back up.
Does Sticks cast guidance or anything?
Can Sticks cast guidance?
Well, he can prepare
Oh,
spells.
yes.
morning,
I
so-
have, let me pull up his sheet.
That's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Doesn't have it on the spell list, and I can't change his stuff right now. So,
I don't know. Maybe Andrew can speak to that, but I think it wouldn't be unreasonable. If you
I'm
woke up
pretty-
this morning
I'm
and showed
Guidance
guidance.
is a cantrip. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
yeah,
Oh, is
yeah.
there-
You can't prepare
Yeah.
cantrips.
That's what I meant.
So,
Is there anything else that he can do to buff?
not
No,
really.
there'd be
Just,
like enhanceability.
he also has invisibility if you didn't want to burn yours, but
No, it's fine.
no, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Put
would
it on me, and then I'll go back in.
Cool.
Does
There you
that
go.
what does that give me advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
you have an extra d6 if things go squarely.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna go back down where I went and go further in.
Roll again. You got advantage.
Natural 20. So 30.
All right. You disappear, literally and figuratively.
You never existed in the first place.
Yeah.
You've
You
never.
guys forget Tex was even a party member.
Dude.
What a
Well, that's
great
40.
That's 40.
Yeah.
You have never been visible.
So as you make your way back to where you were just a moment ago. There we go. That's just about right. As far as the zoom I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it's right on the edge of you guys'
Mhm.
dark vision.
I think it's cool too because it doesn't give us a sense of what the map layout is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You see that there is a another fork next to you. You can go to your
Left or right?
you can go to your
Which
left.
which is I can tell which one's bigger.
Not really. It's a cavern.
Okay.
It's kind of hard because
go-
these are kind of narrowing in. If you'd like, you can go and give me another perception check.
No. 2 plus stuff.
2? You're not really sure.
I'll go down the one straight ahead of me first.
Okay. You see that also winds up being a bit of a fork.
Wonderful.
But just to not be asshole DM,
Yeah.
because I'm now looking at the map, it resolves into the same area.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Cool.
there's a true fork here, though.
Okay.
Again, to your
Right.
left or right. That was backwards for me.
We're
It was
gonna
hard
go
to do.
watch this out. Odd or even. Odd or even.
Yeah.
Odd.
I'm going right.
Okay, so going down this direction. What's your passive perception again?
13.
13. Okay. I'm excited.
Of course you are.
That's
How much-
sometimes a good
How much
sign.
stuff can Keck carry out by itself?
I like to imagine that we're just sitting here, like in our minds, with a live stream feed.
Yep. That's kind of what, like, yeah. You can hear. Oh boy.
So up on the top of this outcropping, there is what looks to be this red toad person
Oh,
that is currently eating what looks to be a haunch of person.
and
Doesn't look like they've clocked you.
yeah, obviously. So I'm gonna.
Obviously.
No, not the.
Obviously.
I'm gonna kind of keep moving through. Do I know what sloths are?
No, to you, this is just a red giant
Toad.
toad person.
There's a big red toad thing down here. I don't.
Did we ever roll to figure out what we knew about Slod? When we do,
I think
You did, and it was basically exactly that. It was, that they're from a extraplanar place, and that they're kind of weird and chaotic in nature.
That might have been one of the things that I'll just not whisper because
Yeah.
it's telepathic.
Yeah, we don't need to whisper.
Whispering in your mind.
That might be one of the things that the Izzet fought on the other plane and brought with them. So we should, if we're gonna deal with that, we should probably deal with it all together.
Right. I'm gonna stay away from it. Keep going.
Okay.
Man, I can't wait to get Arcane Eye and just do that instead of.
You could have sent your familiar with me.
Do you want invisibility on your familiar?
I don't think that it would be a good idea,
No.
Okay.
to be entirely honest.
Could have sat on my shoulder or something.
mean, I
Tie a string to it, you know.
Oh yeah. It's the pig right now, right?
A
Yeah.
mini bloat pig.
Yep.
A teacup bloat pig.
Mhm.
A teacup piglet.
Okay.
So as you come up to yet again another cross section, down in sort of this direction,
Oh.
just to make it easy on you, there is a drop off into what looks like another little quarry.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like there's much over there.
Okay.
This is a bit of a dead end,
So
which
not-
means you really only got one direction, which is probably going to loop back up to where you were.
I'll go that direction then. Thank you, DM.
Hey, Kex, try not to think about butts.
Oh, butts are so funny, Lolac. Oh my god. Love butts. How did you know?
I love butts. Butts are my favorite.
Butts are funny. It's like feet.
I'm reading something really quick.
Cool. Keep reading.
Kex, how are you feeling right now? Just in general, like with how things have gone lately.
Had a decent time on the ship the past year.
I feel really good with what we just did. I feel really good about the journey that we're on at the moment. I feel like we're doing things right. I feel like we finally like did something really good that we weren't entirely supposed to do. Like saving the town. Like we just happened to be there and we saved the town.
Okay. That is good to know.
Okay. Awesome.
So as you are
way off guard with that question.
It was important, I promise.
I'm sure it was.
That's why it's terrifying.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I took a minute. I was like, like recently, I feel sweet.
So as you are kind of moving about and looking around, you do see another one of these amalgamations.
Mhm.
These old students have been kind of fused together, made into something else.
Uh,
They are.
It worked.
You see them up on another outcropping, looking like they have dragged up what is half of a gnomish crew member, and they are just holding it.
the Noma's crew member alive.
No.
Okay.
They are sobbing into the kind of like collarbone of this former crew member, kind of rocking back and forth.
So they're crying.
They're crying.
Got it. Pathways right or left right now?
Just look straight.
All right. Well, we're going, man. We've committed to this. We're moving. I'm this far in, like.
All right. Goes down. There's no other real pathway. As you continue on, it seems like it's about to open up again.
Okay. We're like I said, we're in deep. Like, no pulling out now.
Okay. As you continue on,
This is what the rogue's for.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing rogue things. You do see a doorway that seems to have been crashed and jammed into this cave. And on the outside of it, it says Lab of Orientation.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
I found it in my head.
Okay, do you want us to...
It's way in here, guys. Like, it's really like, how long have I been gone? Like
Taking your time and having to stealth around
Yeah.
with it. You've been gone a while,
There's-
actually.
Yeah, there's not a lot of chance that you guys are getting through here without fighting
Okay,
something.
But
So,
I don't like the idea of you going into the lab without backup.
I mean, I can just peer in and take a look.
Alright,
I'll have to go in and then we'll go from there.
be careful about any magical traps or warding.
I'm just saying, I don't think there's any way all of us can get here without a fight, and I don't know if we want to fight here or not.
I definitely don't think you're wrong. I'm just don't want you to not be supported.
Gotcha. All right.
And is
Stay safe.
there a chance that like maybe you shouldn't go through the doorway if it looks weird?
I'm just gonna like poke my head in, take a look.
Okay.
Does the door itself look
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah.
And it looks just a door with a lab thing over it, right?
Yes, but at the same time, it is weird in the sense that it transposed itself here.
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to be the opening facade of a nice, well-funded laboratory
Yep.
that only the doorway seems to be available at the moment.
Yeah. It looks weird because
It
of
is
where
crashed into it.
it looks weird because of where it is, not because of what it is.
Yeah, there's a odd splintering around the stone next to it. The doorway itself seems to be a little broken.
I just know that they were fucking around with teleportation magic, so
Mhm.
it might not
Yep.
be safe.
Yeah. None of this is safe right now, but here we are.
Yeah, just
Yep. All right.
trying to help.
Is it like a solid door? There's no like window or no.
It is a solid door. It was a lab.
Okay,
So
well, I'm gonna go up to the door. I'm gonna listen, as well as like look at the door before I touch anything. Is there any spooky wookie vibes, or do I hear anything?
you can hear voices, but they're so far away you can't distinguish what they're saying.
Or do they sound like people?
Vaguely, yeah.
Looking at the door.
This is so spooky.
Is there any spooky wookie vibes with the door? And they're like the voices are definitively far away.
It sounds like a distance away, sure.
Okay. Is there any spooky wookie with the door?
Roll me investigation for spooky wookie.
Spooky wookie. About 22.
22. The door itself seems unlocked and undisturbed. Seems functional.
I get the sense that it would make noise if I opened it.
With a 22? Yeah, probably.
Would make a lot of noise.
Yeah, it's crashed in there. The hinges are not balanced at the moment, and you can tell that the wall that it's supposed to be bolted into is no longer the wall it is bolted into.
So, but it is openable.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well, here's the choice time, guys. I can hear voices inside. It could be survivors. It could be more toad people. I don't know if they speak.
I mean, what if we made a distraction for you and you opened it at the same time?
I think it's way too far in here for anything that's inside of this place.
I mean, I could make a minor illusion and yell somewhere like that.
I'm really I'm like what?
Hundreds of feet in.
Yeah, almost,
Hundreds.
yeah. Like I'm really
They're away
far
from it.
away.
But isn't it a cave? Shouldn't it echo and stuff?
It could, but that might make things like I don't know if any these things we're already really far in, and then these things are inside of a closed off space.
If you can't get in through the door without losing stealth, then I don't think you should go through the door by yourself.
I don't think the whole party should come in here, period.
I don't think so either, but so our options right now are we send you back or we send you
I
forward.
don't know. You realize that
Well,
we can fight things too. We don't have to do this.
I understand.
hold on. Why don't we talk about my idea, which so far it seems like you're not in favor of. Which, okay.
Why?
I think it would just draw things that are in the cave closer to us.
It would be harder for me to get out.
But it wouldn't make it so that the things on the other side of the door would hear it. I think it's too far.
You still have invisibility for a long time.
Yeah.
So if we do a loud sound on one side of the cave, we're not inside of it, and we can still hide.
I want to go in.
I know. I want you to go in too.
Thanks.
And I'm trying to figure out how we can make that happen. And the best way that I can think of right now is making a distraction so that way when it's loud enough, you can open the door. That seems like the sticking point.
I'm worried that the things on the other side of the door will try to kill him, and he will be alone, and it will take us several minutes of sprinting to get to him.
My
We will
DM.
then draw all of the enemies from the cave to him.
Well, he'll be moving towards us, and we'll be moving towards him. I guess, do we have a mental path? Have we been keeping, a map? Or could you tell us, I don't...
Y'all can't all see.
I know, but you can talk to us about, the way that you went, and maybe we can recreate it.
I can, but I also took a lot of loops, had to backtrack, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a very complicated thing to have to explain. DM, if I take an egregious amount of time to open this door as quietly as I can, would that matter? Or is it just if I open it, it's fucked no matter what?
Walk around and find out.
You can certainly try.
I want to try.
I want you to try to. Do you want me to make noise?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I would rather do that for an emergency than preventative.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna.
Right, the road can go balls deep.
I'm balls deep in it, and I'm trying to open that thing as slowly and as fucking quietly as possible.
All right. So, go ahead and give me a...
Rule number 1 of dungeons is don't split the party.
Well, too late.
Rule number 2 is the rogue shouldn't lose stealth.
Yep.
We did both already.
Yep.
So,
All right.
and the moment you use your action to open that door, you lose invisibility.
Fuck around and find out, man.
Walk around and find out. All right.
All right. Third new character. Let's go.
We're here. That's what we're trying.
If you could, go and give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
You have inspiration.
At disadvantage.
Okay.
You have inspiration though.
Nope.
Saying that louder for the kids.
Wow. Okay, that was 2 14s, which is great. So that would already be
No inspiration's been over 10 minutes.
that would be a 24 as it is now.
24.
Is that a success? I'm asking because of my psionic energy dice. If that matters.
No, it is not.
It's not a success?
It is not a success.
Okay, I'm going to roll psionic energy die, which I add that to the roll, to the check, and if it's successful, I expend the die. If it's not successful, I don't.
Cool.
That's a 7, so it's 31 now.
31. That does beat it.
Okay. So I expend that.
What was the roll, if you don't mind my asking?
28.
Yeah.
That was yep. Yep. The good thing I rolled 2 14s.
Yeah.
I have a plus 10 to sleight of hand, so. Rogue things. I've never done this before.
The lowest you could have rolled and still been theoretically possible to do that would have been a 10.
Yep.
With disadvantage.
Yep. Because I rolled a 7 on my energy die, so I could have gotten an 8.
Yeah.
Yep. Ugh, I love this. This is great. I haven't been this stressed out playing D&D in a long time. I love it.
All right, you manage to lift up on the hinges, turn into this room, and you see that there is a small set of stairs going down and a hallway in front of you.
Am I still stealth? Or do I need to reroll stealth?
Your invisibility has dropped, and I would reroll stealth.
Reroll stealth. Gotcha. So no longer advantage.
Nope.
26.
I'm just looking at that table and I'm wondering if that's stuff that we shouldn't know.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It rolls all the encounters at the same time.
Cool. It was just talking about like there's an NPC on the road that has important information about your next goal and lost shipment, and we find stuff. So
Fine.
26.
26. Okay. Good to know.
I'm going to start very carefully going forward. Do I hear any more prominent voices?
As you open the door, you actually hear that it's not voices as much as it sounds like crying.
Okay.
it's in a group text, and that should raise some alarm bells.
What's up?
I said about to TPK into the.
All
I'll see how fast Jeremy joins.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm very slowly, very carefully, very cautiously moving forward.
Oh, all right. You have lost connection to the server, attempting to reestablish.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Wunderbar. Right at the suspenseful part.
Gotta love it.
This is extra suspense now.
You know, in fact, you guys want to take an early break?
Sure,
Oh,
why not?
Yeah, I could be.
Since this is about to get pretty nuts, I'm guessing. So yeah, sure.
Possibly.
Possibly, depending on how well I keep rolling.
All right. We'll see if Hex dies or not in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Have a wonderful time.
That's what we're looking at. I'm pretty far in here. Oh, all right.
Cool.
That must be. Hammer. Yes.
Warhammer. Something none of you can use. All right.
What did I
Welcome
do?
back. Last we left off,
I'm making bad choices.
Hex was making dangerous choices about their own life.
Nope.
The humans are back. It is us! Haha!
Humans.
You would manage to sneak your way through this entire mine, dip past a bunch of very powerful enemies, and have made your way into the lab of orientation itself. Walking down the main hallway and about to turn the corner into what sounds like a sobbing woman. You are just on the cusp of having to turn the corner down further. Is there anything you would like to do?
I have a brilliant idea.
I'm terrified.
Extended.
While staying stealth, can I move up onto the ceiling?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
That's a
All right.
idea. I'll
It
give
is about a 10-foot ceiling, so you wind up upside down as you crawl your way up.
Yep.
And
Big brain.
large mind.
large mind as you go to take the corner. In front of you is another one of these amalgamated people. They are trying to get through a doorway currently. In front of you, it seems like this hallway opens up into what used to be a foyer, but is now just a bunch of rubble off into one side.
Crawl along the ceiling, staying as far away from that thing as I can.
Make your way down. You realize there's another hallway
Okay.
to the side, and that's it.
So it's in front of a doorway.
It's in front of a door.
Okay. And then there's a hall. I see anything down the hallway, or just a hallway?
It looks like there's 2 other doors.
Okay. Do I hear any other not voices, but noises from any other beings potentially, or just this one is the only one that I'm picking up on?
It's weird because of their kind of amalgamated shape.
Sounds like a lot of them.
It sounds like at least 2 at the same time currently.
Got it. Which I heard too.
You also hear way further in. Your passive perception is 13, right?
Yep.
Very faintly, you just keep hearing error, error,
Got it.
error.
Bad touch, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep sneaking along the ceiling till I get to where the doors are.
These ones?
Yep.
All right, there's one here. There's 2. Which one would you like to go through?
First off, do I keep hearing the error?
Mm-hmm.
Does it sound like it's behind either of these doors?
It sounds like it's further in.
Okay, so
Where
so not behind either of these doors.
No.
Okay. Is there labels above either of them?
No.
Nope.
Actually, sorry. One, the one to your, let's just say north,
Yep.
to make it easy. The one to your north actually says, Professor of Orientation, Jeremiah.
That was the leader. Okay, I'm gonna radio in. I found another amalgamated creature in here. It's the only one in here so far. I found the head of the department's office. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to do the same, trying to open the door very, very, very quietly.
All right. So as you go to open the door, you reach your hand down. It's kind of weird because now it's reversed. It's a 10-foot ceiling,
Yeah.
so you're actually having to reach up to open the door, kind of oddly. But as you start to pull on it, you feel that there's a weight on the other side that's pushing the door open as you're trying to open it.
Okay.
It's not pushing its way through, but it feels like there's definitely a weight kind of falling towards you. This entire lab that you're in seems to be about a 45-degree tilt.
Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna gently open it, not all the way, and see if I can see what's falling against it.
So as you kind of peek in, holding some of it back, you see that there is a bookshelf that is wound up on the other side of this door that is pressed up against it, as well as some ancillary bits and bobs and books and stuff like that.
Is there a view into the room where I can...
You can kind of see into the back corner
Okay.
currently, and it just looks empty at the moment.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything super interesting at the moment.
At least not from where you can see.
Okay, can I close the door?
It's actually going to be a bit of a strength check, because there's quite a bit behind it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to close the door.
Just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna try.
All right, go and roll strength.
Not very good. 13 minus 1, so 12.
You're kidding. The DC was 13. It wasn't that high.
I'm not very strong.
So as you go to push the door closed, there is a moment where you are kind of getting stopped because there is a book that has slid its way forward,
Yep.
and you can't close it. If you were to try and force it closed, you might make some noise, or you're just going to be stuck there.
Could you zoom in on the map?
Okay. So it's I can't close it. Nothing else has happened to it so far. I basically have to kind of make a choice, either force it closed or let it open.
Pretty much.
Can I ease this open as carefully as I can and try to minimize the noise? I know that it's not going to open with zero noise at this point.
I will...
But I'm trying to minimize this as much as possible, like maybe catch a fucking book or something, or...
due to the angle of it, you're going to have... To pull this off, it'd be quite a feat.
it's worth a try than not.
All right, that's going to be sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Sleight of hand at disadvantage. Got it. Great. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay. 20 does a 27 succeed? I got a 19 and a 17.
I set it at 25. That's why I was just like, man, it is rough. So you manage to, not staying on the ceiling, you have to get down and kind of open it up. You are managing to catch these things as they are kind of falling out. You are extricating all the bits and bobs off to the side,
Yep.
and you can just very quietly re-shut it.
No.
But there's no getting over the bookshelf itself.
I can't get in the room, or
No. You'd have to move the bookshelf to get in.
Can I get a better view of the room now?
Actually, now that you're on the ground, no. There's just a big bookshelf in front of you.
How many times can I go to the bank before this? Man, how heavy is the bookshelf?
Seems fairly heavy. It's made out of like thick oak.
Before I even think about trying to do this, I'm gonna go check the other door. I'm just trying to get something that's worth coming down here for this and getting the fuck out.
All right. Sleight of hand.
Just flat side of the hand.
Yep.
26.
26. You open it up, and seems clear from what you can look at the moment.
Okay.
You peer your head in really quick and just look left and right. Looks like it used to be a storage room, and is currently not being used.
Okay.
Nothing of note.
Nothing of note. So, okay. So it's either try to get around that creature, which is a worse choice,
Oop, didn't mean to close you in there.
or try and move the
There we
bookshelf. Those are my choices.
At the moment.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try and move the bookshelf
All right, athletics.
carefully.
No.
No,
There is no carefully moving
I
a
figured there wouldn't be.
almost 100-pound
You
bookshelf.
know, it's worth a shot. Oh, not bad. 16 minus 1, so 15.
You move it, but it does make quite a bit of sound.
Got it.
So as you manage to get in the door, you do hear that the crying abruptly stops, and there's skittering coming towards you.
Shut the door.
Initiative.
Okay. Dirty 20. Rolling for my fucking life here, right?
All right, you definitely beat it. So you manage to close the door
Yep.
behind you. All right. Your turn. You close the door.
Do
What
I
else
get
would you like to do?
Do I get the sense he's not going to be able to get in? Is it kind of the same door setup as the other one that it couldn't get in?
Well, you moved the bookshelf.
Right. But there was another door it couldn't get in. Is it the same kind of door setup that it couldn't get in?
You haven't investigated either doors. You don't know.
Was there any way I can use my action to scoot the bookshelf back just a little bit?
Sure, if
Okay.
you'd like to.
Block it. Sure.
Go and roll me athletics.
14.
14. You manage to scoot it back into place, and just in time because you hear a big slam against the door, and this crying has now turned into like almost a clicking, almost like it's trying to operate off a sonar rather than anything else.
Yep.
And inside the room next to you, you actually see that there's a body in the corner
Uh-huh.
that looked like it got pinned underneath the desk when it had moved.
Okay. Dead.
Dead.
I'm gonna inspect the body.
All right, go ahead. Roll me
Investigation check.
investigation. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Math. 18.
18. Okay.
Yep. 9 plus 9.
1 second.
9 plus 9. Hi, everybody.
This is dope.
Stressed.
That's D&D.
Yeah, I'm happy. I
Yeah.
love this. It's great.
You're having a time.
I'm having a time. Trying to find something worth finding.
All right, so 18, you do find there is a tuning fork in there.
Okay. Ooh.
That is made out of what you guys definitely understand is sticking iron.
Ooh.
Okay.
The tuning and fork itself looks to be bent and broken, though, that it would need work to repair.
I'm gonna pocket it.
There is also a tablet written in a language. What languages do you know?
I know Common, Elvish, Goblin, and Thieves' Cant.
All right, you do not know what this is, but there's a tablet.
Okay, I'll take that too. Is that it?
In this room, at least, yeah.
Oh, I was just looking on the body. There's nothing else in the room.
No, picking over the body and everything has been shunted forward. So as you're looking at the body, you'd have to kind of like unwrap them.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, it becomes the Lonely's turn. As you hear the door to this room is starting to splinter.
Yep.
They've not made their way through, but it is starting to break.
So there's nothing else in the room. Nothing else worth looking at. Are there any vents? Any kind of system like that?
Doesn't appear so.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up onto the ceiling, right by the door, and I'm going to wait for him to break it in.
Okay.
A stealth. I would use bonus action or cunning action to stealth.
On the ceiling?
Yeah.
What are
Like-
you hiding behind on the ceiling?
So, door, wall. I'm fucking right on that wall, flush.
Grr.
I mean, things don't generally look up either.
Yeah, that's
To be fair.
my point.
When the entire room is going at an angle, all they have to do is look up.
Yeah, I'm trying here.
Go ahead and stealth.
18 plus 10.
All right, 28.
28.
The door splinters. You can see that the door itself is basically in two halves, as they are now having to contend with the bookcase itself. They manage to kind of push it forward, and the bookcase gets launched across the room, hitting against the wall. And they are going to use a investigation. See if they see you. They sure as fuck don't.
And
Considering I rolled a 3.
Yep. Getting out and around. There's no door left to close, is there?
Nope.
Okay. While I'm getting out, I'm gonna go look at that other door that it was in front of.
Okay.
So disengage, whatever. Move the fuck away.
You get there. It would be your turn. So boom.
Is there any label on that door?
There is not. Door open. They look around the room, don't see you, and you can hear that they are starting to skitter back down to about here.
Huh.
They still haven't clocked you yet, though.
I'm on the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
and okay.
As you were looking at the door itself, go and roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, okay. 27.
27. The door's locked.
Door's locked, so I'd have to pick it. I'm getting out.
Well, you've used your movement, bonus action, and
Yep.
your action, so it
Yep.
brings it to their turn.
Yep.
As they are still... Oop. Shit. Around for you. Still don't see you.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I've pushed my luck a little too much. I'm getting out, and I'm in my mind. I'm on my way out. One of the things doesn't exactly know I'm here, but knows something here. Hasn't clocked me yet, but I'm getting out. And I'm like,
Let's know if that changes.
yep.
Okay. So, as you were leaving, it lets out this
Big screen.
enraged shriek.
Yep.
Our mics are unmuted, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You just said something that made me worried that suddenly we might not be.
They just don't understand the game, I think.
Cool. Okay.
Alright, it lets out this enraged shriek. You can hear it. It's starting to tear apart this small room that it's in, looking through rubble, because it knows it heard something. It knows it saw something, but it doesn't know where. And as it is trying to figure out what is going on, you slip out back through the other way, back into the caves themselves. What are you doing?
I'm getting the fuck out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you still trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Please roll me a new stealth check.
Okay. And I'm telling him I'm out of the room. I'm out of the Izzet thing. I'm on my way out.
Okay.
Another stealth check. 17. I'm gonna use my another psychic energy die to up that. That's an 8, so 25.
Fine. All right. I'm loading the next thing back up.
Cool. No stealths below 20. Not while we're in here.
And zoom this back out again. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to have to do that every time.
Hey, I got something.
There might be hotkeys for getting different distances.
I was starting to run out of times I could go to the bank, I think.
I think you could have gone more.
I would have had to figure out either kill that thing or unlock that door.
I think you're probably gonna figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
Are you just backtracking?
Yeah, I'm getting out. I found something. I'm getting out. If y'all want to go back in with me, we can do that. But
Don't mind me. All right. So, as you start to make your way out, slowly but surely, with your stealth, everything intact, you go through this section here, go back up, cut back across. See, there's that slot in the corner. Has put away that bone, is actually starting to stretch out, and is about to hop down. You manage to cut through this smaller area here, minimizing your profile so you can get away. Coming back up further, you're almost there. You're past the lonely, just in time to see a green slot. This green slot is seeming to be with a staff in hand, shaking it around, and you see they are looking curiously. And you can just hear, "I feel you. I don't know where, but I feel you."
I'm saying I'm telling him in my head, something's here. It's a toad thing. It knows I'm here. It doesn't know where I am.
Stay far away from it.
I'm close to the entrance. I'm trying to get out. So yeah, I'm gonna still stay as stealth as I can and try to get the fuck away from
You
it.
hear it say out loud, "Toad thing."
Oh fuck.
Hey, fuck you. Get out of our group chat.
It laughs audibly.
What's your name?
Okay, I'm gonna stop speaking in my mind, closing my mind off,
I'm gonna
trying to get out.
keep speaking into the group chat, see if I can figure out more about it.
You see, as you close your mind off, it is starting to move forward at the same pace you are. Are you going to try and run in front of it, or are you going to try and go the long way around?
Okay, what? This is what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
You're
big-
almost to the exit.
the big north? That big cavern to the north is the way to get out, right?
This way, yes.
I'm booking it.
Just right in front of it, it's running.
I'm guessing if I run in front of it, even with my stealth, it's gonna see me. Like, there's no way to get out without it seeing me at this point.
Well, it's more of a matter of, do you want to beat it to the exit, or do you want to try and skirt around it? Because it seems like it's going to the entrance with your friends that are sitting out there.
Boy, fuck. There's no other way out, though, other than that. I don't understand what you mean by skirting around it.
Basically, if you were to go this way,
Uh-huh.
over here,
Yep.
you could stay hidden,
Uh-huh.
but you wouldn't get to your friends before it got there, is my point.
Got it.
You're on a collision course. Do you want to save yourself and get next to your friends so you can be a united front, or do you want to stay behind it?
I'm gonna stay behind it.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck, no, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. So the rest of you standing outside see this large lumbering shape starting to move forward. In the mine itself, the majority of you have dark vision. Lowlax, you don't, so you don't really understand what's going on other than hearing a wooden staff hit stone. And the general shape kind of reminds you of a Nagpa at first, until the large shoulders and this bulbous head start to peer out from the mines itself. The sun's starting to actually hit it. There's this green slod, this green toad person in front of you. And then I found you.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
It lets out this deafening screech. Yours?
My name is Lowlax. What are you doing here?
I'm finding food. I am finding friends. Are you friends?
I
Yes.
think we might be friends.
Delightful. Alright, well, would you guys like to come in for dinner?
We're
We just had lunch.
Maybe you see, they're trying to figure out the word in common for it. A siesta is when you take a nap.
Yes.
What is Linder? A snack. Just a snack.
We could have afternoon tea.
I think that'd be delightful. Do you have any more friends with you that you'd like to include?
Just the three of us right here. I'll be happy to join you for tea.
What about your friend behind me?
He might stay behind you.
You know, you're very interesting. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it before.
It's very kind.
Are you from here?
No,
Where are you from?
I'm from say out of town, different plane.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to get back home?
No,
No?
I quite like it here.
Oh, okay.
What is
do
it
you
about
like
here versus your home?
The food's very interesting.
Can you say more?
More?
Yeah. Like, why is it interesting? Like, is it the flavor? Is it what exactly about it?
The flavor, the hunt, the challenge.
Have you ever played Lodestone?
You know, I'm pretty sure one of my nephews ate the game set and said it didn't taste very good.
Oh, you don't eat the game set. You see, you mentioned challenge, and I thought, oh, well,
I'm aware.
yeah. And,
He's just not very smart.
Unfortunately.
well, that's nephews for you, I suppose. Sometimes they become werewolves and run off into the night. It's really weird. But would you care to play some mental lodestones, and then I'm going to use minor illusion to create like a lodestone set.
Give me 1 second, as Andrew the DM.
I used one of these guys at one point when I was running a campaign for Andrew years ago.
Full circle.
All comes back around.
Oh.
I think mine was slightly less
Last one.
coherent.
Yes. It was very much like, if I remember right, Warren literally went like, "You see me," gave him a flower, and he went like, "Ow," and disappeared. Came back later a different color.
He was sad, crying on a log. He was too sad to just even get up or do anything, so you guys offered him a flower, and he decided you were friends. So when he came back as the death slot, he helped out.
Unfortunately for you guys, that is a very odd slod. Most slod, not that nice.
Gathered that much.
Alright, so you see as you offer to play lodestones with him, he goes, "How do you play?"
I'm going to describe the rules of lodestones, and then I say, and of course you have to make a wager.
Mm. Alright, you see he pulls out a... Oh. What's the wager?
Well, I have a feeling that we might be normally your food. Is that right?
No, well, you're either food or breeding stock?
Well, unfortunately, that's not something that we're particularly interested in, but we are interested in hearing more about you and hearing more about like how you got here, and of course having a delightful conversation and leaving you to hunt other things. So my wager would be, if we lose, then you get to have a hunt, and if I win, then we have a delightful conversation, and you show us everything that is nice around here.
How about this? I do normally enjoy the hunt, but I have quite a few mouths to feed. And the issue is, our last dinner guest seemed to have left without taking us. So, if we could play this game, and then I can just consume one of you and get on the ship and leave.
I don't think that really works for us, unfortunately. We don't want any of us to be eaten.
Do you have somebody you don't care about as much?
I think you have already found them.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where they're at. I just know they're somewhere around there.
Oh, I was
No.
referring to the people that were already here.
Yeah, you're...
Yeah, I get the impression that you might have other friends and you have a way of communicating with them, like how you're communicating with us.
I mean, speaking?
Well, speaking, but I'm not sure if the plane you're from, like everybody has like a collective conversation. But in our plane, we always have a collective conversation in what you call society. And because of how that works, it's not possible for us to give up a portion of ourselves the same way that you might in your plane. But I don't understand that might be a difference.
I'll say to Kex, like, we're asking essentially if you can speak to your friends the way we're speaking to our friend behind you. And I'll say that telepathically to see if he responds.
I'm also keeping an eye out to make sure nothing else is coming up.
Mm-hmm. You go and give me a perception check, and he just goes, "Oh, maybe."
17.
Insight, please.
Sure.
17.
Technically out of the bar.
That was good though. That was bad though.
That was less good. 15.
You can tell he's being snarky with you, very much on purpose. You get the idea that, does he have those capabilities? Yeah, he may just not be employing them right now.
Okay.
But I mean, of course, this only happens if you lose the challenge anyway, so.
Do it.
No, not at the moment.
Would you like a bit of entertainment, performance maybe?
Well,
Bit sweeten the deal, show you what you're missing out in the wide yonder.
oh, I know quite well.
Mm-hmm.
We have eaten enough and learned enough that this seems like a great place to be, especially if we can get to the, what do you call it, the cloud castle. Things all stay
Cloud
malleable and solid here.
Mm-hmm. Cloud Keep? Is that what you're asking about?
Yes.
Mm.
That seems like you can go a bunch of different places from there, which sounds wonderful. I'll take you up on your deal.
Okay, let's play.
You see, they kind of... who goes first?
Suppose we can roll a dice, and I'm gonna summon a d20. Odds or evens.
Oh man.
Oh, odds or evens?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just rolled, so how about you, Colin?
Odds.
All right, you go first.
Okay. Remind me what I'm rolling for.
Oh boy.
This is going to be intelligence. It's just a d20 plus intelligence. You're not proficient in this game yet, so you can't add proficiency.
I'd like to add a little bit of a... For 60 seconds, I'll just be strumming, adding a nice little ambience, and use enthralling performance after a minute.
Okay. Can you please explain what enthralling performance does?
Once per short rest, I can choose my charisma mod of creatures who listened and watched me for 1 minute. They have to make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for an hour.
Okay.
I guess I'll just roll with intelligence, which is a +0.
I roll well.
You got this.
Sounds like an intelligent creature.
It's
12.
7.
I would.
So you see, as you guys are playing this game, he does not understand the bounds of how the inertia and everything works. You can tell he's not used to being on a literal material plane.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, he will move a piece, and you'll see him squint at it, expecting it to do something extra, and it doesn't. And he's getting progressively more and more upset. And as a minute goes by, oh wait, sorry. Yep, magic resistance. 16. They fail. Motherfucker!
Fuck yeah! Hell yeah!
You see they're getting more and more upset with this, and as the pieces aren't fucking working, they initially just like, I want a second round. I want to play again.
I'm sorry, but this is part of the thrill of the hunt. Is that
No deal. No.
How's
Oh,
about...
hold on.
No. You guys, you win. You win the first deal. I want to play again.
What would you like to wager?
I have. And he starts patting around himself, and he pulls out this vial with what looks like liquid silver in it. I have condensed limbo.
What is that?
Where I'm from.
Ooh. Is it very valuable where you're from?
No, it's the dirt where I'm from. But the
We don't
people who
have it
came
here.
over really wanted it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We certainly don't have any of that here, so scarcity and demand, all that.
Double or nothing?
I think we should just have this be a separate wager, you know? We could...
Okay.
A bit of flux for something else, you know?
What should we offer in our wager?
You ever met a griffin?
I think one of the people I ate was named Griffin.
Well, how about this?
We have a
They
very...
can fly, which is pretty valuable for getting around here.
Yes. It is from far and away. It is a quite fine friend to have. You know, not as good a snack, maybe. A lot of feathers get stuck in the teeth. But, certainly something you may be interested in meeting, greeting, and... I don't want to volunteer anything for breeding. That seems a little, uncouth. But
What do they look like?
minor illusion.
Oh, that wouldn't work anyways.
Oh, does it have to have 2 legs and arms and all that?
I guess we can just do the original wager.
The one of us being eaten? The one of us being eaten wager?
I do like that deal. Not you, but...
Yeah, one of those.
And do you want to hang out? And be a part of the family?
You know, I would love to stick around for an hour and meet some of your spawnlings and friends and whatnot, so I would not be opposed to, if you win, extending my stay for a good amount of time and making friends with all of your friends.
Deal.
Okay.
Great. I love this. This is awesome.
So, you first again?
I think that I went first last time, and you should go.
14.
You're inspired, by the way.
Are you marking those down as you go?
So
Yeah,
right now it's
but
an
we've had
intelligence
pretty long
modifier. Can I use deception because I'm controlling the board with minor illusion?
100% you can.
Okay.
That sounds great.
That's awesome. You wouldn't know any different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 16 plus stuff.
What's the stuff? Because that means I need to roll an insight while we're playing.
Sure. I can do. So, and how much is the inspiration dice? D6?
Mine fucking send it on this.
Both of you have fancy hinged wooden boxes.
So that's
Yeah. We got them at
17 plus 7, so 24.
24. Okay. They didn't roll very great to begin with, and even if they had rolled a natural 20, they have a -1 to their wisdom, so it wouldn't have mattered. You see as you start to shift things around, they're getting more and more frustrated. Sail, you're having a harder and harder time keeping them under control with your enchantment magic. It's working, but at the same time, you can feel that actual anger starting to boil and fizzle, and they're friendly towards you.
I will do my best to be distracting and offering them, like, this is my magic pouch of flavor food. And, like, giving rations sprinkled with strange seasonings and just trying to distract as opposed to mollify, you know?
Is he all the way out of the cave?
No, it's like right at the edge.
That wasn't a safe way for me to get out yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What's wrong? I'm just wanting to check the wording on this really quick.
It's intense. It's the most intense chess game I've ever seen.
You see, at the end of your game, it goes to flip the table. It goes to flip the board itself, but its hand just goes through it.
I'm gonna flip the table for you.
a 6 seconds later.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
You get
It's a
better with
complicated
time.
game.
It took me a while to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
But you know, that's one of the fun things is once you know how to play and you start challenging your friends, it gets really interesting really quick.
I wonder how you play against.
Against who?
No one comes.
You know, that's an interesting question.
No, Sam, that's a different one.
But I think you know.
I don't have a board. He ate it.
Oh, you can make a board, and then I'm gonna use like a minor illusion to kind of like, actually, mage hand. I'm gonna use mage hand, and in the dirt, I'm going to make like a board.
You can see there's a Kex. There's a moment where you can hear plodding feet like slapping the stone behind you,
Yep.
as it sounds like a large figure is starting to come up.
Yep. I'm staying out of the way.
Would you
Stealth.
like to grab the bottle of limbo?
Oh, yes. I imagine Sail like was sitting not next to, but pretty close to his new slod friend. Did I see that?
You see, grumpily, they hand it over to you.
Thank you. I consider uncorking it and think better of it.
If I hear that thing coming, I'm definitely trying to stay out of its way.
You manage
Goes
to
without saying.
move off to the side up here. As it, oh,
Ah,
the other
Oh no. Nope.
they're multiplying.
as it walks up this way around the boulder you're next to and kind of looks very confused about this interaction that's going on.
Hi. We were playing a game with your friend here, and he asked if you would like to play. Would you guys like to play this game together? We can show you how to play when we're not here.
It scratches its butt with these like long taloned fingers as it seems confused by this notion in the first place.
It's a challenge, like a different kind of hunt.
As it's kind of like scratching, it goes to scratch its head, and you realize there's this kind of gem embedded in the middle of it.
The kind of gem that's in the mine.
In the mine or mind?
There's crystals on the map previously.
Yes.
That kind of gem.
No. This looks very different.
Alright.
As it begins to kind of scratch its head, it squats down. There's an odd moment where the green slod kind of imposes over it, and there seems to be a mental conversation happening in front of you guys. You realize being on the other side of it is kind of weird, as they are gesturing with their hands and stuff like that, while you guys don't hear anything. But then eventually it does grab like a few stones and start putting the board down very confused as the green slot squats on the other side.
And I will
Oh, they're gonna
be
play
the
together.
one to start
Like
coaching
it.
them through how to play. And like like
Can I use insight to figure out what he's trying to say non-verbally?
Oh, Sayil?
Yes.
I was like,
I don't even think you need insight for that because he's just going like
I
this
just don't
towards
know
the
if
cave.
that's like go deeper or if that's get the fuck out. That's the question that I have as a player.
I'm motioning away from the cave as opposed to further into it.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to just slowly start like backing out when it looks like they're obviously engrossed in what they're doing, and maybe it's time to just get out, and I'm gonna start heading back towards the ship.
How big is the cave opening?
Tall.
Fairly large. It's like 25 feet tall. They're distracted enough. You can get out. Don't worry.
That's what I'm doing. Because I want to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out. Done. Gone.
Okay.
And I'll get into like with is it the red slot that walked out? What color is the slot that is not playing with the green?
Red.
Okay. I will I can't do enthralling performance again, but I'll talk to them about how the air shivers and whispers here, and that's how a lot of things communicate, and trying to make how sound works sound as mystical as possible to extra right? Just as much distraction as possible when I start to get to that 50-minute mark. I think I need to go get a snack. I'm kind of hungry. Do you guys want anything for me to bring back from the ship?
The red one kind of just... Little one.
Okay. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes.
As you guys are leaving and walking away, you hear the green slot is starting to laugh at the red one. He's like, I beat you so handily! Fool! You idiot! Absolute buffoon!
Go.
You hear scooping as you look back. It is trying to eat the game board again.
Get the fuck on, get the fuck on. Get out. We're not sleeping here. Go.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
I was gonna
Cut the rope to the
find
bridge.
everybody and be like, alright, so do we want to fight them? Or do we want to explore more? Or are we just getting out?
I think we should
Is
just...
there anything that we absolutely need out of there? We got the rainbow.
I think I found the tuning fork that they used to get there. It's broken, but I think I found it, and then I have this.
Oh,
That I think has instructions or something on it.
do we have a box for that?
It's-
tuning fork.
It's broken, but it's made out of
That's why I want a box.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Does it feel weird when I touch it?
Like most digging iron, it feels cold.
Is that different?
Even to you.
Okay, that's okay.
I like how you just went dead, duh.
Well, I have to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But if anybody can read this,
What language is it in?
I can read it if you give me 10 minutes, or
Sweet.
I can read it right now.
let's figure that out while we tell the captain we should.
You can read it right now.
Okay.
It's in Sylvan.
Oh,
Cool.
easy.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't even need.
So,
Okay, can I see that?
Is the consensus that we are leaving?
I don't know. I'm willing to. I'm willing to throw hands. I distracted them, let us regroup, and now we have the element of surprise.
I mean, we could,
Mhm.
but it's up to y'all. He said he had a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just them.
Yeah.
So
I think we could probably note this as a quarantine island. Next
Right.
time we can send.
And
We
we
can
can-
let the gnomish people know and send back a message to Guildrow.
yeah, and I mean this is an Izzet mess. Maybe we just let the Izzet clean it up.
You think they're gonna clean it up? Or they're gonna make it worse.
I mean, we have the thing that they wanted, so.
I mean,
we have a little bit of the.
is it
thing they
still
want.
raining?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
No, it doesn't stop at the island. It keeps coming to us. It's like
Mm.
the entire air is filled with flammable. All right.
Well, you had delayed fireball. Ugh.
It still catches up.
Yeah, we
But if
can't.
we-
the ship
Explosive
cannot-
is explosive.
Yeah.
The thing is, the entire phlogiston goes. It's not
I know
the island.
but
It's not
I love
around
the idea
island.
though. I was very much with it until that point.
It was the phlogiston
In fact-
storm that goes.
Can you give me a history check just for funsies here?
8 plus.
But I love the idea because I was like, oh, just detonate the whole island, then go back down and pick the remains.
9 plus 4, 13.
13. All right. You don't have a ton of details on this, but you do know that there, in Gnomish culture, there is a event that's called the Night of Fire.
Yep.
Where the entire Mist Sea turned into a pillar of flame, and they almost extincted themselves.
Yep.
There's a reason that they are rock gnomes, and only rock gnomes hang out there, because there used to be more islands that done just got burnt.
Yeah, weren't made out of rock. And that was a problem for those islands.
Yeah. And they lost their entire industry in one night.
Yeah. So, thing is, if we try to light the island on fire, the entire Mist Sea also lights on fire.
Which we're inside of.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe that's not the best. I was just
we get
wondering
this-
if we could hang out here for, like, different conditions, and maybe there's a different condition that could present an opportunity to isolate and quarantine this island permanently.
That does cut into our time.
And I'd be worried
Yeah.
about the gaseous
I'm-
phlogiston.
I'm just worried that the Izzet isn't going to clean this up.
Oh, they won't.
They won't, but somebody else can.
This just seems very dangerous,
We-
given, like, how fast it spreads.
We did get here and do what we were supposed to, and we've done more. And I made it out, but that was horrifying.
And it just seems like the right thing to do to deal with it.
I-
But
I'm just worried that we're not very well equipped to deal with it. I mean, how often can you use magic that doesn't blow things up?
Anytime they feel like it, really.
But how often can you do that though?
you can do what?
Can make things not blow up with your magic.
Oh, it's very easy for me. I can probably do it like 10 times
Okay,
in a day.
I mean, your guys' call, but
I think.
I think this is bad touch and we should just leave.
I
But-
wonder if the captain maybe has some opinions on this.
Yeah, tell the
Yeah.
captain.
All right, you guys get back to the captain, and they are in the middle, are actually really just wrapping up, because while you were very stealthy, that took
A while,
time.
yeah.
There was a while where you guys were just like twiddling your thumbs.
We were
waiting.
playing stones.
Yeah.
That's why Lolex thought of it.
Yeah.
Specifically. And
Oh.
I would love to hear Dix's thoughts, but
Right.
They don't think very much.
yeah.
That's a joke, Jeremy. I love you. As you guys kind of step back outside and move over to the ship and kind of go to speak with the captain, you see that he's in the middle of kind of ordering things, and that thing that you guys haven't noticed about this ship is, as a cargo ship, and because it doesn't need to be watertight, the bottom opens up, and they have like a elevator system that they are just loading stuff onto, like basically pallet, cranking it up. Other gnomes are moving it off, and they're cranking it back down.
In the supply.
Have they been just grabbing like mining supplies and ore from
Well,
the surface while we were gone?
So the stone turner had to offload a bunch of cargo so they could fit more people on, because they weren't designed to hold that many people.
Right.
So as a favor, since they are currently empty, they are going to, on your guys' way to Cloudhold, drop that stuff off for them so they can come pick it back up.
Okay.
That way it's in a safe, secure location.
This is not. They think this is the safe, secure location.
No.
Okay, I thought that you were
They're-
saying they're dropping stuff off
That-
here.
No. They are picking up. The Sunset Squall is picking up what the stone turner left.
Okay.
They're taking the stone turner's cargo and
And-
dropping it off at Cloud's Hold
for them.
for them, so they have a place to go get it.
I track now. Okay.
Okay.
And the thing I don't know is a Modron. How's that doing?
It has stopped moving.
Cool. I kind of want to take it with us.
Sure.
Now I say that to the group before I take it with us.
I mean, it looks dangerous.
Yeah, but it probably won't.
I don't know if we should bring anything more onto the ship than we already have done.
We can grab some of the ores and crystals and this little guy
How-
here.
how
It'll be
about-
a nice little turnaround for money.
How about we run all of this by the captain?
All right. Well, let's at least bring the little guy over so he can have an opinion. I'm just imagining robot gnomes. The gnomes are gonna want the robot. A little bit of money.
Sure. You can carry the robot.
No, I can't.
That's what I thought.
Neither can you.
Exactly. There's no strong boys here.
Yeah.
Can I get a hand?
Is a hand gonna be enough?
Dick helps too.
Six is the weakest.
No, probably the weakest.
Well,
I have an 8.
Owlins are. I have an 8.
Do we have?
Kidding me?
Christ. Yeah, we need to.
Oh god.
Uh huh. Yeah.
I
We
didn't
could pull up an entire island. Can't lift anything.
Yeah.
My fucking.
See what Styx has.
I've always wanted to turn the Mist Sea into the Flame Sea, though.
Styx has.
A 10. Sticks is the
10.
strongest.
He's the strongest at average.
Yep. God.
Huh? See what I've been saying.
I think you guys are fine. I think it's great.
Thanks, Andrew. So Capitan. Don't show on.
Hey, boss.
I was
Boss.
looking at a harvesting table because I was concerned that you guys were going to be like, yeah, we're going to start taking the Modron apart. It's like, all right, well, now I need something for that. Which I found. So.
Hey, Boss, this is the sitch. I'm gonna tell him everything.
So we saw a big green scary guy who could speak very well spoken. Ate several of the Izzet people that were here before they managed to escape. And we managed to trick him into playing a board game with a red friend of his who could speak less well, but ate the first board game that they came across.
The same things that infected the town we were just from.
Yeah.
They're here.
None of you were injured correctly?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Completely.
Load up. We're getting out.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Robot friend, do you think any Artificers Guilds and where we're heading would be interested in him? He's dead.
Load up. We're getting out. I don't care.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I thought the answer was gonna be.
Is there a way we can mark this island as do not touch?
I already have it on my charts. We'll probably be sending a galleon in here and blowing it up.
I mean, like, is there a way we can leave, like, a big X, like, on the... So that way people sailing by know do not
That's
touch.
the answer. We're just gonna blow it up. We're just gonna.
I mean, I had the same idea.
yeah,
It's-
we just can't do it right now.
Yeah, we're not blowing... We talked about blowing up the island, but it's raining, so it's a bad idea to do it now, we assume.
Very smart. I'm glad you guys are listening. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the information, checking this out. Yeah, any crystals that may have been left over here are not worth the hassle. We're going to sink the entire island.
Okay.
Cool.
And
Sounds
then
great.
another one will probably float up in its place.
Cool. I'm gonna keep a lookout just to make sure that the toads are not coming after us.
You see, he goes, as far as leaving a sign not to come here, we're going to cut the bridge, and we're going to destroy the dock on the other side. That way it's inaccessible.
Okay.
Cool. I had the idea of cutting the bridge too.
All right, and you see that he he goes to, actually, can you guys go destroy the
Yeah.
dock
Yeah.
and cut the bridge on your way back?
Well, yes, I'll
Yeah.
go cut the bridge.
We'll do that post haste because there's not much time left on my enthralling performance.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you guys very quickly
Yep.
move over. That dock on the end in that map is already pretty rickety to begin with.
Yep.
You guys just between Eldritch Blasts and like your psychic daggers and stuff like that, break the base and just push it off.
Yeah.
All right, falls down, run across, cut the bridge, and then you do see that he leaves a big thing, a big X on the smaller island, and a DNR down below it.
Wait,
Do not restore.
Right.
got it. Cool. Cool.
Just in sand.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that was worth it.
We got the cargo that they asked us to, and I got a challenge coin out of it. So again, thank you.
Awesome. Great. Let's get out of here.
All right.
All right, you
What's
guys.
that say?
Oh yeah.
You read the tablet. It is a without even having to roll anything for it. It's a tablet of teleportation.
Oh.
If you break this tablet, it will take you to a specified location.
Oh.
It works one way, and it basically works as a magic circle. So you can bring up to 6 people with you.
Okay. Where does it go?
Big giant find.
The Island of Water. Turan Rakir.
Does Sail know what Turan Rakir is?
Roll me a history check. You can add a d4 for previous knowledge.
Okay, I was about to ask.
That's a big
Advantage
right
but,
there. We have essentially kind of a get out of jail free card, depending on where it
Gives us an
goes.
option at least.
Yeah.
Of course. So that is a total of 17.
17. Turan Rakir is one of the elemental islands.
Mm.
So the meeting tree that you guys were at previously went to Turan Rakir.
The one that... Did we burn that one down?
No, you thought about it. Instead, you just encased it and left it for somebody else to fucking deal with.
Yep. Like we're doing again.
We had to be efficient with our time. We have a lot of things to do.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good find.
Yeah. All right.
You found this?
Ah.
Good work.
I got that, and I got the tuning fork. I don't know if it's the same tuning fork that they used to get to where they went, but it is a tuning fork. And you want to take a look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Yeah, we'll keep holding on to it. But
I need to hold it to to identify it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just identify everything that we found. So, the limbo, the tuning fork, I'll even hit the tablet again just to be like, was there any extra little bits that didn't say on the tin kind of thing?
The tablet doesn't say anything. The bottle of limbo actually comes back as Stygian silver.
Oh.
This is the primordial building block of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I didn't uncork this.
You are...
What is that?
It's Stygian silver.
What is that?
Everything. It is the substance that was before all other substances, and from which all substances are made.
So we could make anything with it?
Kind of. If we were gods and knew what we were doing.
keep a cork in it for
I
now.
mean,
Or the Izzet and had an idea of
Give it,
what
like-
not to do.
14 levels.
If we,
Yeah.
if we, just saying, if we do ever need a favor from the Izzet, or they are after us for whatever reason, we have leverage.
A good bargaining chip,
It
I
is an
think.
extremely good bargaining chip. What'd you get on the fork?
Broken.
Non-magic. I think. Let me just double check what information I get from stuff and things. Alright, if it was created by a spell, I know which one created it. If there are any spells affecting it, I know what they are. And properties, use them, attunement charges, or just non-magic item broken.
So, you know that it's a magical component used for teleportation magic.
Okay.
It is a component that has been broken and is now inert.
Okay.
But you did say it could be fixed.
Possibly.
Let's keep that too,
Alright.
just in case we need to do our own like teleportation magic at some point, maybe.
Do you have any lead about?
No.
Mm. Small anti-magical component carrying cases.
My marble.
Huh?
My marble. My blood marble.
It's not.
Would that count as?
Lead?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
A blood marble.
No.
Okay.
It's not lead.
I was just like, ooh, maybe we can
No,
fix that.
definitely do
not.
it. Most certainly not.
Damn it.
Or do you have a crate with a lot of stone in it?
You can dig through what the stone turner was looking at.
I'm just trying
We haven't
to...
checked any of it yet.
If you pack enough stuff around something, it becomes harder and harder to see with divination magic. So I just want to make it harder to spot from like about other people trying to find it if it's important, because it's made out of sticky and iron, and I have a concern about just sticky and iron in general.
What is
Superstition.
sticky iron?
Treated lead that saps and destroys magic, and
Like could be useful in some circumstances,
yeah.
like ship-to-ship combat.
Mm-hmm. But it's just one of those. I'd like it to be harder to find if possible.
If it destroys magic, then does divination magic even work on it?
Well, I can identify it.
I was just curious. I don't know.
Well, I'm just identifying is divination, so I would imagine scrying on it would also be possible.
That's a fair assumption.
So,
I
don't know the actual conversion rates. I just know lead is the best one for making it harder to see. But if we have like stone, I think that does pretty okay.
So above the table,
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 feet of stone, a few inches of wood, or vice versa.
Yeah, I think that's flipped.
And then like a thin sheet of lead.
Yeah.
So, he kind of just at this point, I don't really know. And then you hear a blood curdling.
Go, 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 go.
Oh god.
Well,
Mandible
as
is
you guys start to essentially peel out, there is a green slot that points a staff up at you guys, and a lightning bolt comes across the bow. Get back here and eat! Let me eat you! Eat my ass!
Thanks for the limbo.
Fuck you!
And I go, and on that note, it's been a long day. I'm gonna go rest. If I could sweat, I'd be really stinky right now. And Tex goes and lays down.
If they have a crate full of the crystals, I'll just...
It's not crystals.
Oh.
So, this was a defunct mine at one point in time. You asked about lead. You open it up, and you find a bunch of raw lead.
Was this a sticky and iron mine?
It was a defunct mine that somebody went back through and started getting more stuff out of.
Okay. Well, if it's a bunch of raw lead, then I'll just shove it in there. And I will check on that on a regular basis. Like,
Fair enough.
regular
Yeah,
basis.
we have PTSD from sticky and iron.
What? The no good touch iron? What do you mean?
I'm sticking treated lead in the middle of raw lead, so I'm like, is it bleeding? Like,
Did this all just become sticky and iron now?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Can I go like talk to the crew now that we've like shipped off?
Sure.
I want to like just relay what we did to this like slod with like lodestones.
You're just hyping yourselves up?
Yeah,
like,
no, like,
you can't
so then I
believe.
cast this, and then like I show them like how I did like the board and and that, and then like I'm like and then
and I'll like do like mask of many faces to like look at like the slot and like do impressions.
Oh my god, I love this.
'Cause
Okay.
I have the actor feet.
Give me 1 second. I am so here for this.
I think I have the actor feet.
Wow. Did not see anything going this way. That is amazing. I love how...
Well, when you have fucking expertise in everything you were fucking doing, fuck you. Fuck you in particular. I wanted to murder somebody today and
Oh, sorry.
and then you gotta talk up a good game, use fucking Jeff. Fuck you.
We find every way that we can not to fight something.
Fucking bitches.
We are not frontline fighters, and we're aware of that.
This is...
But yeah.
I told you this was a problem, and now it is becoming a problem for you.
But yeah, because I
Oh,
was
problem
around,
for me.
I was around them for a whole 60 seconds, so I'm really good at pretending to be those slots.
Yeah. You're around them for like almost a half hour, just
Right.
shooting the shit with them.
Nobody...
All right. Please, if you could, you can roll persuasion or performance. You roll performance at advantage.
We're,
the actor feed.
we're probably in uncharted territory for people of this plane. I don't think anybody's ever had that kind of interaction with a slot. Ever. Lived.
That'll be a 22.
Dope.
16.
16, still very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Not trained in performance.
So, as you guys are recounting the story, you are bringing the morale of the ship up. There's, we were that close to getting taken by toads, and you're like,
We were. We weren't gonna let it happen to you guys, though. I say as the green slot.
oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Guild's Row must be so cool.
It could be pretty cool sometimes.
And as you guys are going about this, you see one of these older gnomish men, one of the ones that had been kind of disparaging about the Unbound and stuff like that in their mind. You see he pulls out a very nice flask, pours out a few drinks for you guys, puts them on the table and goes, I was wrong.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. That means a
Oop.
lot.
How's that taste?
That is the strongest whiskey. That is so strong. Everybody, if you could, please give me con saving throws.
Oh,
As he also takes a drink.
watch, this is where my bad roll is going to come into play.
Con saving throw, you say?
Yes.
I
Yep.
get a +2, but I got a 16.
I have
2 plus 1, so 3.
17 plus 4.
You're fine. You're
Trained in
good.
con save?
Can you roll for sticks?
Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I think he's got a +2, like 12.
12. All right. DC was 13.
So me and Steve are fucked.
You guys are you got a nice buzz going on. You're not like belligerent, but
It's
that
still
was
a
strong.
shot I ever
Kex is
Yeah.
Kex has probably never been drunk.
Oh shit!
He's probably pretended to drink a lot of times.
This blood alcohol content never goes away.
Sorry, boss. You need functioning blood.
You can write some really great rules for this, buddy.
Oh my god!
Anybody got a blood bag?
I was like, you literally need to bleed yourself out to get undrunk. Need a blood transfusion.
Styx knows how to fix it. Don't worry.
I know.
Like,
I know. But Styx is also drunk.
Yeah.
he doesn't remember right now.
Oh, wow.
All right.
But if he's still drunk 24 hours from now, Styx will do something.
Yeah. So, we got another hour planned.
I don't know how we can top that.
That was great. That was a fantastic little side adventure.
I just want to fuck. I want to fight you guys so bad, but no. I just want
That was a Freudian slip.
to.
I want to fuck you guys so bad.
Not on Father's Day, no!
Dungeon Daddy, no.
Happy Father's Day, Dungeon Daddy.
You know what they say. No better joy than a tight bottom boy.
Shut up!
Oh, god damn. All right, what I was going to say is we got another hour that we have slotted out, and we have another few days of travel.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go through every day, possibly encountering small encounters if they happen, or do you want to roll for the next few days in one shot and see how it goes?
I'd rather do that.
I'd kind of prefer to have the travel extended a little bit, so that way we have Jeremy when we get to the city and have the bigger stuff.
That's fair.
There's a reason I was asking.
Yeah, I think I agree with your perspective. I think that a little adventures with Jeremy would be fun. Especially like this is a really cool environment.
It's mostly making sure that Jeremy doesn't miss when we actually get to the next
Yeah.
big site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a pretty fun little jaunt. I feel. Like
Yeah.
It would have been cool if he was here.
It's
you know?
fair.
So
That's fair.
I don't want to have that feeling about
Yeah.
getting to the major city with
Yes.
the plot points.
Yep.
Fair enough. That's why I was asking.
Yep.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Cool.
All right. In that case,
Long rest.
you guys get a long rest.
I
It's
got
the
it.
next day, and we have. Let me look at the map.
I got my 2 energy die bag.
No.
You guys have anywhere between 4 and 7 days worth of travel left.
All right.
So for the first day, can we go around the horn and go and give me your d20s? Sam.
10.
Like,
15.
ooh.
17.
Oh,
You can't stop rolling high on this. It's just impossible for you. All right. Give me a sec.
3 double
We
digits.
hit the edge of the eye.
How long will it take you to get set up?
For this.
Yeah. I just want to do something real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
That was a great little. I'm so happy we went there. I was so worried that we weren't going to go there.
Mhm.
There was so much more that you guys missed out on too.
There always is. There always is.
You just fought them like I wanted you to. My next D&D.
Don't make things seem so scary, Andrew, and then maybe we will.
Isn't that scary? Actually, that's a lie. They were all fairly high CR creatures.
That's what I thought. I was like, no, you. I saw the first slot. I'm like, no.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a deadly encounter.
Yeah.
That I think Charlie
Yeah.
or Zephyrus had rolled for.
I could smell that a mile away, Andrew. that was gonna be.
Well, it was supposed like
I knew like, oh, if we do this, like, this is like,
you guys are playing with fire over there.
yeah. Because just out of curiosity, if we can know, how many more slots were there?
There weren't that many slod, but there were quite a few more of those fused together people,
Yeah.
which I was using Sorrowsworn stat blocks for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I was like, maybe I could take it out real fast. And I was like, no, I don't think I could. Because I only would have gone after it if I was like sure I could kill it in one round.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get the idea that I could.
10, 15, 17, correct?
Yep.
All right, so temperature, normal. Wind picks up a little bit, but not too bad. It's not a storm.
Remove
Just always bringing the rain, Lolax.
And,
Doing rain dance
Kind of, yeah.
every day.
oh, there's a typo in that, because I'm dyslexic. I wrote it wrong. And then precipitation, there is a bit of rain, but not a storm as well. So, that is...
I always hate that,
check.
and
Ooh.
that makes things so much more impressive when you write that you're dyslexic and it still comes out good. It's like I forget that all the time. I'm like, wow, that's incredible.
It's the reason I have to, whenever I'm doing the Instagram bits,
Yep.
I have to go back and do it like 10 times because I will flip the words and stuff around. And I'll be
Mhm.
like, and that,
Yeah, I always forget. It's just incredible.
I instead have verbal car crashes.
I can see colors.
Together we make almost a full person.
I don't want to know what's wrong with me.
Do you want to list?
No.
Kidding, we love you. All right, so the day goes by not super great. While there is a storm and everything going on, there is a moment in time where, or not a storm, but just some winds, some precipitation, that kind of stuff. You guys do get hit by a very strong current of air going straight up. We're actually about to go into a skill check challenge because they did not roll very well at all.
Uh-huh.
Good.
So, as you guys hit this current of air, it starts going up and up and up. You guys can feel that the air is starting to get much more thin. You're starting to have a hard time to breathe, and there is starting to be a bit more of a curvature
To the horizon.
to the horizon as you guys are getting rocketed up. So, basically what this is going to do is you're going to wind up above the mist layer itself. It's going to be difficult to breathe for everybody except for Tex, because you don't need to breathe.
Uh-huh.
And to get this ship back under control, we're going to need your guys' assistance.
Yep.
Everybody go ahead and... actually, I'm just going to go around the horn, because this isn't like a combat initiative.
Right.
So, as you are rocketing up, you see the captain's having a hard time trying to get this, basically the lever back in place to tilt back down, trying to fight it. At the same time as he's starting to tilt it further and further down, you can feel the ship itself is starting to vibrate as it is trying to fight the current of air itself. You're basically smashing into invisible rocks.
Uh-huh.
As the pressure going up and the pressure going down are vibrating at a dangerous frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Kex, what do you do? How do you help?
So the captain's trying to push it down.
He's trying to push it down. You see a lot of people are up in the rigging trying to bring the sails in. They're trying to bring the wings in.
I would be doing that because I stick to the surface the best, and going up higher is not going to affect me. And
I
I'm
love
not
it.
strong, so that's what I would be doing, and I'm not impeded by anything really. So
Yep, you can go straight up.
I would be doing whatever requires the most movement and needs to be done the fastest.
I like this quite a bit. Are you going through in like just safety mode, or are you trying to like retain ropes, or are you just cutting them?
I'm trying. My first priority would make sure that the crew, like themselves, are good. Like if they're going because they're gonna know how to do this stuff better than me.
Okay.
So I'm going to try.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they don't fly off. I'm gonna make sure if one of them's you get down, that kind of stuff. Making sure they're good first, and then if they are good, then help them with what they're trying to do.
Beautiful. I love this. Please go and give me an acrobatics check as you're going along and basically getting people's tie-ins to them to make sure they don't fly off.
What the Oh, that's a nat 20.
Fuck, that's 2 successes, baby.
So that's 27.
We're halfway there already. Hell yeah, dude. As you are starting to run up, you are taking the rigging, everything from the first mate who was kind of just shunting them up to you, and you are just running straight up this thing as fast as you can, stopping, getting people tied in, making sure their carabiner and everything's working tight and going between the people and doing that.
Yep.
And it becomes immediately necessary as one of the 2 people ago that you got tied in, you see them fall off.
Yep.
And while there's this and groan, they are still alive. They didn't fall off the ship, and they are already climbing themselves back up. Good job. You just saved somebody's life.
Sick.
Diane.
So I like to imagine I'm next to the captain.
Okay.
I use a bardic inspiration to use Mantle of Inspiration. I grant 5 temp HP to 4 creatures I can see within 60 feet. They can then use the reaction to move up to its speed. So the ones that are most lightheaded, struggling the most, the ones that fell, the ones who are trying to get somewhere and are not quite getting there with their little legs, I will allow them to move again when it is not their turn, granting 5 temporary hit points to those who seem to be flagging the most. And I will use Heroism on the captain. So he also has temporary hit points and is not being quite so apoxia. He isn't feeling as lightheaded ideally.
He's not getting hypoxia.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. There does need to be a roll
Yes.
to do with this. If you could go and give me I would say either performance or persuasion at advantage because you're expending resources and you are literally bolstering them magically.
Oh.
Yeah. Colby crit and a 17 on the dice. So
17 on dice plus stuff. Beautiful.
27.
27. Hell yeah.
So
You're standing right next to the captain, trying to learn, because that's what you've been doing this entire time, learning how to pilot the ship. And as you have hit your equivalent of storm, you understand this.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in sea storms and stuff like that before, and you understand there is a order to this. You guys need to keep your heads, you need to move quickly, and you instill that in all the crew around you. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just to the captain. I'm like, this reminds me of the Serpent Strait and heroism. Doesn't matter if I've actually been there, but
You've been up north. You've been in the north end of it.
Yep.
All right, and that'll bring it to Styx, who isn't here.
Nope.
You're running Styx?
Yeah. So Styx would also care for the crew. That's primary. Still tied down, but still can fly, but would probably not fly in this weather.
Would not recommend it.
No.
Making sure all the ropes to people are tight.
Yeah, making sure all the doubling down, kind of what Kex did, but I'm trying not
on the bottom side of it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to repeat and just I'm trying not to be oh, that worked for me, so I'm just doing it on other characters.
We'll do a we'll go ahead and do for this a survival check because they are making sure all the knots and everything are correctly in place.
Sure. Got it. Survival. Pulling it up. What is it not?
Is 5 over 3, by the way.
Yeah.
5 successes before 3 failures.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15.
Yes.
Meets beats. So you guys are 4 up
So,
currently. Due to the crit.
11 plus 4.
Okay. He goes through and he does find a couple that were not maintained properly, just due to how quickly this popped off.
No casualties. Let's
And
go.
yep, tied him down. You were good to go. Lolax.
I had heroism cast on me.
I hit the captain
Okay.
because he was behind the wheel and I didn't want him lightheaded.
Okay. So as like my vision's like probably getting like a little bit lighter and stuff, and then like I see like the ship like having like that weird vibration, and like I'm kind of just looking at the front of the ship, and I start walking towards like the bow, making sure that like my rope's tied. Look back at Sticks, give a thumbs up, and then I'm going to use Burning Hands with meta magic to change it into wind.
Thunder. Okay.
And like move stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to expend 3 hit dice to do enlarge spell to make it even wider. And I'm going to make a cone in front of the ship that like kind of is a protective barrier from like whatever the ship is parting.
I fucking love this. Yes. Okay. This is gonna be spellcasting check because you need to make a check as part of the skill check challenge.
Yeah.
It is gonna be an advantage because of what you're expending.
Okay.
So, and do you want me to roll the hit die for you while you're doing this?
Ability.
17 plus 4.
17 plus 4. That works. So you guys see Sail. Actually, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Sail. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, see Sail and just stare at him.
Lolax disguised as Sail.
Like the front of the ship. Like what does the front of the ship look like?
It looks pretty much similar to a
So
sailing
like, it would
ship.
have like the single point going.
Yes,
to the
it
front.
100%
I'm
does.
gonna go to the very front of that, and then I'm just going to like lean forward and like crouch, and then with like one hand I'm gonna like go forward, and then I'm gonna lean into it, and you see like this. I guess it wouldn't be like crackling thunder. It would. What I guess is this wind or is it thunder?
It is like a concussive blast.
Okay, so this like concussive blast goes forth, and you see like a blue energy mixed in with it, like almost like a fine dust. You can actually see like the shockwave go forward and like parting like the stuff in front of us.
I love that so much. The phlogiston, as it's been coming up underneath you guys, it is this mist, so it's been making it hard to see as you guys are going. And you guys can visually see as Lolax goes forward and does that shockwave, it parts like Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Making the spell enlarged. There is this blue, almost ash that seems to be coming off of Lolax for a moment. Those scales that flare up as he casts spells coming into effect, and this blue light underneath them. Lolax, you take 11 points of fire damage. 3d6, I rolled 1, 5.
Does the fire damage like come from within, or does it like ignite things around me?
It is internal.
Well, I think your blast would prevent that
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
It's very much internal.
Or we'll just say that it would.
And
We all
as,
die.
as written before as well, that is taken away from your maximum HP.
Yeah.
Alright. But this is the largest Burning Hands you've seen Lolax cast. This is damn near a fireball in comparison to size that it takes up. And it really does just radiate out. It cuts through, and there's a moment where you guys can feel that vibration happening in the ship. Cuts, and it...
It's a 45-foot cone.
Yep.
Such a ridiculous area.
It also costs him 11 max HP to do.
We call that the clappening. Imagine if you did that to a group of enemies.
And as that mist parts and combats the torrent coming up, you guys can feel that the ship goes back into equilibrium and basically starts to fall out of the sky as the captain pulls up. Everybody with heroism and mantle of inspiration start to very quickly work to get everything back out slowly, so it starts to catch air instead of just grabbing and snapping.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys manage to pull up, back out, level off. No casualties.
Hey.
100% success. Congratulations. That's fucking amazing. Oh.
I was going through my actions and I saw the 3rd level bard thing that I got this level was Mantle of Inspiration.
Yep.
I need to use that.
I was wondering when you were going to use it.
Yeah.
Big yes. Big
All right.
successes all around.
So, with that, the rest of your day goes by unabated. If we could, once again, around the horn. Give me some d20s.
God.
Oh no! Cool things might happen again.
It's so stressful.
17.
15.
50. Oh no!
3.
No!
Oh, thank fuck.
Hey, fuck. I was like,
The one time.
if Liz rolled another double-digit number, we're fucked.
Then
Did it-
20.
Did I tell you guys how this math works, by the way?
Is it a cumulative?
So, they all do different things. That's cold snap, which is just
Mhm.
1d4 times 10 for hotter or colder during the day. Because the Misty is very fluctuative.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word I made up.
It
Fluctuates a bit.
works. We know.
There's wind, which is a negative to the captain's navigation check.
Negative.
The higher you roll, the
Yeah.
harder it is for him to navigate.
Man, go fast. More wind, go boom.
And then there's precipitation, which is a multiplier on that negative.
Okay.
Wonderful. Got it.
With a 3, is that a like?
There's no multiplier.
Okay, it
It's
doesn't.
just flat.
It doesn't go to the other side of the decimal point.
No, it doesn't.
5 as opposed to 5 times. Yeah.
No, it's one. So it's 1.5 and then 2. So at most you can get a negative 10 to the navigation check
Okay.
Alright.
if everything gets worse. But there's another cold snap that happens. You guys it drops 20 degrees, as well as there's a bit of wind. But since there's no precipitation or none more than normal, it's just a little bit chilly, and it's a little hard for the captain to navigate, but not terribly hard.
Permitted again?
I'm sorry.
Is fire permitted again?
Yes. He gets advantage because he's been with Sail basically the entire time, and you're helping him out. And 16 plus stuff, which is good because he rolled a natural 1 on his first one. That would have been bad.
Dive bomb.
I am the support. I am not a support.
So you guys managed to stay on good time, and this entire time, so you guys have kept good time. You're halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm looking through random encounters, as the night starts to get a little bit darker and starts to encroach, the mist becomes a little bit more thicker and hard to see due to the cold. What rounds of watch are you guys doing again?
I had the later one. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
I think we were.
Nocturnal.
Yeah. I don't remember how we had it all split up, but I would usually ask to take the breakfast one.
I think if we were going by like nighttime, me, Sail, Lolax, Sticks, like road. If we started at night, me, Sail in the morning. Lolax.
You're thinking 6-hour shifts. We're all awake during the day. We're talking about the 8 hours
Oh.
at night.
Gotcha. Well,
So, you.
Yeah.
It'd be you. You have good dark vision and everything like that.
Yeah, I should probably be first.
Yeah, when you
Your afternoon,
yeah.
yeah.
where it's brightest. Which, breakfast, perfect for you, and Sticks is the evening when it starts to wind down.
Yep.
Okay, so we're talking 6-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
We did 6-hour shifts.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing shifts like for our 8-hour long rest, and then we're all up throughout the day.
Well, we are, but it's more of like who is like the main person
Designated.
keeping
Yeah.
an eye on things while other people are mingling, etc.
Makes sense.
All right. So, oh crap, that's a roll 20 map. I didn't get this over to Foundry.
We find another mine.
You find
He spanked himself.
Daddy Angie.
Spanked himself.
I regret immediately.
You know what happens.
Okay.
Peyton's listening right now.
I know.
Enjoy that, Peyton.
We'll see.
Oh man.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna
So.
stop myself.
Can you please give me a perception check?
Yes, sir. To the other character. Babba boopy.
Boo-wee.
Babba boopy. 16.
16?
Yep.
All right. So you can't quite make it out. But you do see what looks almost like a fish-like creature is keeping pace. Sometimes it comes in, sometimes it comes out of you, and it seems to be going from left to right, forward, back, as if it is kind of scoping this ship out.
Scouting us out, seeing if we're worth taking a bite out of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go tell the captain and the crew on deck, like, hey, fish thing is following us, keeping an eye out, checking us out from different angles.
Yeah, this is the first mate, and as he kind of stops and thinks about it, and he goes, do you know what color?
Do I know what color?
You've seen dark vision currently, so probably not.
No.
It's black and white for you.
I mean, I can grab a spyglass and try to look at it. Like that, or
Those are 1,000 gold pieces.
Does that?
If I could look,
That's something I need to think about
look
at a
close,
different time, because I'm just like, technically, your dark vision goes out to 60 feet.
that's a closer
It
view.
extends it, but does that actually mean you see in color outside of it? That doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna say yes for now.
Sure. Okay.
Because that seems like the more fun approach.
Yeah.
Sure. They do definitely have a spyglass on hand. You're dealing with the first mate currently.
Yep.
Not the captain himself. As he hands it off to you and you start to check out, looking at it, go and give me a perception check at advantage.
Okay. Okay, boss. Oh. I rolled one better. 17.
17. Well, they rolled worse. So,
Sweet.
it is this big brown. You would normally call it a shark, except it seems to be swimming through the air itself. It has a big bulbous eye on the front that's amber. It looks like
I'm speaking this to the first mate as I'm noticing it.
mm-hmm.
Brown, shark-like, big giant eye, swimming in air like water.
Is that gonna work?
Whoa!
It's a goblin shark.
That's fucking.
It's a monkfish.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah, and I can show stream. Dope.
that's
So happy about this. This is amazing.
That is terrifying. It's like I don't.
It's about the size of a horse.
Okay. Oh, so it's okay. It's smaller than I thought it was. So it might be just trying to get pickings. So it's the. I only noticed the one.
Currently.
I'm definitely. I told him what it was, and I'm definitely telling like.
He would tell you that's called a scaver.
Yeah.
The brown scaver.
Okay. What do you normally do with that? I would say get away from the sides.
Keep them away from the sides, and you shoot them if they're within ballista range.
Are they within ballista range?
They're a little too close, actually, because the ballista can't aim down.
Okay. I'm telling everybody to get the fuck away from the railings, and stay. Either get below deck or stay very like close to the center of the ship.
Right.
You're still
You
needed.
give those orders, and you actually hear that the first mate goes, pull in the oars, pull in the fins, and a lot of the people from up above actually just make their way in and start to pull in the fins and stuff like that. That way there's they can close those openings off entirely. The rest of you guys, as you're downstairs below carousing with the rest of the crew, you do hear one of them as they walk by, Scaver! And you see the rest of the crew just...
Would you explain?
They are big, mean skyfish.
If I shoot it once or twice, will it fuck off?
No. It will try to eat you. We're basically going to put ourselves dead in the water and look dead until it goes away.
Can I roll to see if I've heard of scavers before?
You can go ahead and make a history or nature check, sure. Or Arcana. Any of those would work.
It's like a 10, so not that high. Yeah, so 10 total.
You've heard the name Scaver before, just from being in White Cliff.
So it's not something you think I'd be able to, like,
Talk to.
do we have any magical practitioners in the crew that I'd be able to, like...
Very minutely.
Well, like, I know I know.
They're very minutely magically adept.
So first level spell, animal friendship.
The crew shakes their head.
Okay, that was all.
Yeah, no.
I don't have dominate monster.
No friends with the
It's the
shark.
best I can do.
You're all good.
No friends with the flying sky shark.
If I covered this in a fog cloud, would it go away faster?
They're not super smart. They might.
Maybe.
All right.
Do it.
Do it.
I will go up top and just like as I blow out, just purple fog starts to spread over the entire deck, and then it'll slowly fade to the color of the phlogiston around us, covering a, I believe it said, it's a 20-foot sphere.
20-foot sphere. So that's a small portion of the ship.
20-foot radius sphere, so it's
So
40
40.
feet diameter.
About half.
Yeah, I'll get like the biggest.
I mean,
part
you
of the
only
ship.
need like one half or one side of the ship too, right?
Yeah. So
It's still a sphere instead of like a wall.
Well, it's also mist, so doesn't it go?
It's magic. It doesn't really.
yeah, it stays. It's fog, but it stays within the circle that I put it in. So
Okay.
like other natural clouds and fog banks are gonna make it not look like a perfect sphere.
I can
necessarily.
definitely see why you would say that, though.
Yeah.
One moment, please.
One moment. I can make it do it. Don't mind me. I'm looking for the correct map, seeing if I can get access to it without actually being at my computer.
I cast suggestion on the.
Can I? If not, I'm gonna be a little sad.
Okay.
Advice.
So it doesn't
Yeah,
actually
points.
say anything about this. Is this the same day or is this a different day?
Every day.
Different day?
Yeah.
So I got my hit points back.
Yep, sure did.
Cool. I'm going to do. I'm gonna go over, touch Sahil as he's doing this, and just like pat him on the back and be like, "I'm gonna give you some of my magic. We're gonna do this together. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Don't accuse me of renting it.
Combined spell, which means that I can add mana magic to it, and then I'm gonna do enlarged spell twice. So for 3 hit die again.
Okay.
Do I take the ouch?
No.
Okay.
You take 12 points of fire damage. And there's this odd moment where they hold on to you. That same
Okay.
blue dust. Yeah, it is continuous.
Yeah, like,
As this is something that you've only just now been able to do yourself, and you're like, wow, this is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
yeah, right.
This aquamarine with this dark blue seem to mingle in as it expands out.
And what color is the phlogiston itself?
The phlogiston is like a green-orange
Okay,
the majority of time. So
it'll
none of this mingles.
fade to grayer.
Yeah, it like almost becomes muddy.
Yeah.
But as you cast it out, they kill the power to the boat itself. They bring everything in, and they just close the hatch. And it goes like, all right, this is what we do with scavers. They normally get bored and leave.
All right. Well, shouldn't take too long since it literally can't see us.
And to that point, all right, you guys can hear boom, 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 a crunch and the sound of wood starting to splinter just a little bit.
Where?
Kind of off to your guys' side, it looks like they've gotten hold of one of the wing hatches,
Mm.
and as it starts to kind of pull, there's a snap and a break as the actual hinge mechanism itself gives way, and you guys can see this amber eye starting to peer its way in. It hasn't been able to clock any of you guys yet, and it's just looking around. They're not super smart.
I'd just like to say the inside of the ship is also fogged.
Yep.
So-
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought you just did it on the top and then went down below.
Nope.
No, it encompasses the whole
Oh, yeah, it
thing.
goes around corners,
Fills
doesn't it?
volume. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it does. Okay. So as it rips the door open and starts to like look inside, it was using feel to figure out where it was going. It looks inside and it can't see anything. And you guys can just hear the wooden hatch get dropped as it falls down, and they no more sounds for a while. You guys wait 10, 20 minutes,
Probably that long, yeah.
and the first mate goes, all right, open her up. as the fog is starting to dissipate, or has dissipated a while ago, probably.
You guys got a backup hatch? It lasts for
10 minutes?
1 hour.
1 hour? Holy fuck!
Bruh.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys for a backup hatch, and they kind of just.
blowing fat clouds over here.
Yeah, at the end of that, like, exhale, since it took the entirety of my lung capacity, when I wasn't expecting it, I'm probably coughing a little bit.
All right, you guys.
I've been holding that in for a while.
You guys for a backup hatch. You see they're just taking a lid off of one of the boxes and goes, "We can make one."
All right, I'll mend the part that got torn.
Cool. You help fix that up, and you guys are on your way. That's day 3 of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew doesn't get to fight us.
Never. Fuck you guys.
Sorry, we don't have any fighters, so we're not.
Around the horn once again.
God fucking fuck.
4 score.
17.
Okay. Okay, just some win. Nothing too major. So. I lied. He did not roll well on his navigation check.
Inspired.
Okay.
Andrew's like, is it enough?
Fuck you, I rolled a 6 on that die. It literally just now it's enough.
The reason you saw me with the D4, I can't use it myself.
You've heard of the DM saying no, you can't play, but have you heard of the players doing no, we won't play?
What are you talking about? This has actually been a great session. This has been amazing. There's a cool heist that happened, basically. Going around slots. Yeah, this has
We
been
got
cool.
a fucking teleportation tablet.
I have
Mhm.
Modron.
To
Yeah, have you done anything with that yet?
I tied it down.
Oh, you should throw it in.
It's gone. It's like,
Oh, I was gonna say you should throw it in the lead.
In a different box of lead, yeah.
Yeah.
I will. I get if I get it's dead. I don't trust it to stay dead because Sayil doesn't know what it is. Right? So it gets bound and put in the lead box, not with the tuning fork specifically. I
Fair.
check the tuning fork almost hourly.
on your rounds around the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the day goes by, fairly uneventful, and you guys wind up pulling into Cloud's Keep.
Right. We
There is
made
this-
back our time.
Yeah, you 100% made back your time and then some.
Yeah.
Those navigation checks were clutch.
I wonder if
That could have been anywhere between 4 to 7 days. Good.
So, does that mean that we made up for the time that we were late by,
Yep.
I think so.
or is it even neutral now?
You guys are basically neutral.
Which is
Right.
Yeah.
astounding because we shouldn't have been able to do that either.
Yeah, we had to take a little bit extra time at the last island, but we made that up and the day we were late.
Yep.
So.
Hog.
Loggers.
Pog
I'll-
indeed.
Discuss the philosophy of providing security versus violence. to
Can
the
you give us a
captain.
brief overview of the information you gave us on Cloudkeep again, please?
Yeah.
I haven't given you anything about Cloud Keep yet.
You told us about 4 different places when the captain was describing it. You gave us a little bit of info.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to get into it anyway.
Cool.
So, you guys come to Cloud Keep, and it is this massive castle in the sky itself. There seems to be creeping vine all the way up and around it. This castle is the size of some cities you guys have been to. It is huge, and everything's built at giant proportions. The windows are massive. The doors are massive. The battlements themselves are huge. There are these crenellated towers that you could stand probably 10 abreast between the gaps of the crenellation themselves.
Did you ever see the animated movie Castle in the Sky?
I have not.
Yes.
Oh, it's fucking good.
I haven't seen any of the Ghibli movies, and I really should.
Watch that one. It's very good.
So, and as you guys are pulling up, you see a lot of these windows in the upper levels have been retrofitted to be different docks for skyships.
Mm.
These docks have a bunch of small gnomish men and women up at the top. You see some of them are in robes, kind of going about and obviously doing some bit of enchantment work. You see ships that are in different states of construction, some in different states of repair. You see that there are smaller ones that are used to kind of hop between the levels of these, almost like the same grasshopper-like vehicles that you guys have seen in Stone's Loft. They use that just to putz around here. You guys come in, you are pulling in towards the bottom of this island where there's still ground and stuff to be had. The vegetation, again, is this like weird grasping vine as it comes around, as well as a bunch of small baffle crabs and bloat pigs and stuff going around grazing, trying to eat up, and you guys stop at one of the common ports.
Go around on a string.
Yep, beautiful. You see the captain comes down and looks at you all and goes, "You guys have been fantastic. We're about halfway through. We need to go speak with some council members, checking a watch. Or not a watch. Well, no, he's gnomish. They definitely have clockwork. He checked the watch. This might be a sight for some of you." Checking out.
Whose name I don't know is Modron, sorry.
You guys have been great. I'm going to go speak with some of the council members and get a meeting put in place, just to make sure that we're all on the same schedule. I don't know. We're equally early and late, if that makes any sense.
We're on time.
We're on time, but there was a range of time that they were expecting us to be here. So we need to let them know that we've come, get a meeting sorted away, etc., etc. Please do not leave the lower levels.
Yep.
You will be stopped. This is basically where gnomish civilization is held. Up above is where the primary houses start to build and do their rune work, their shipwright work, and all the enchantments. So the folk around here take it very seriously. You guys have been great. I'm not saying this to scare you. I just genuinely want you to know going in.
Appreciate it.
What's available to us? What kind of amenities are down here at the lower level?
There are a few different taverns. There are a few places to grab some food. You can go to some of the more entry-level enchanters. They have shops down here as well, specifically for this reason, because we know some of you guys will be stopping by. So they will have some wares that you can go check out and speak with them. They normally have a pretty quick turnaround for things that are smaller in scale, like basic enchantments, things like that. Expect to be here for a few days. The Gnomish Council is finicky at best.
Would it be possible for us to send an envoy to Artificer or some sort of Machinists Guild to discuss offloading of some of the things we found at the island?
Yes, 100%. In fact, I already have to go up that way. I'll stop in on my way and have them sent down to you. If I were to recommend a bar for you guys, that would be a little bit more designed around taller folk.
Seems like this whole place is designed around much taller folk.
We took it from the Cloud Giants, so
that makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
I would recommend probably the Green Vine Inn.
Okay.
Are you looking? Are you gonna ask a question?
I want to have a sidebar with the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him one more question. Do you know if anybody in the lower levels that I can speak to in regards to being arcane inclined in healing ways, or anybody that deals in dreams? I know it's a bit of a weird question. Or probing of the mind.
I don't know anybody here in particular. Most healers are much more like Renala. We don't have any high-grade magics in that field. Sometimes we'll have some of our lab leads and stuff like that will have a basic healing magic that they can do. But as far as things like mind reappropriation, if that's what you're asking about, I don't know.
Okay.
I already have to go meet with them. I can ask.
I would very much appreciate that.
I will see you guys at the Greenvine Inn in about 5 hours.
Is there anything we can do for you in the lower city to perhaps make your life a little easier?
In fact, he pulls out some coin and hands it over to you. I haven't had any amenities kept here for us, like I did in Stone's Loft. I'm more than happy to pay for your guys' room as part of the security detail.
Okay.
And I'm paying for the rest of the crew as well. So if you can go ahead and grab a floor.
Okay, I will do that at the same tavern that you recommended for
Yes, please.
Okay.
They're great.
I can do that.
And if you want to send the artificers envoys there, we will. Would you let them know? We'll pay for a drink for them.
He smiles and he goes, I'll make sure to pass it along.
Thank you.
Thank you. You were most kind.
And he goes on by. You see a lot of people are hooping and hollering as they exit the ship itself, happy to be home.
Yep.
You do see a few of the holy crap words. A few of the crewmates get off and go to hug their significant others,
We'll receive them.
say hello to children, that kind of stuff.
Excellent. I'm gonna get the group. So you mentioned an enchanter's place. I wanted to talk about that little vial of limbo we got.
I was actually just adding that to my inventory.
Excellent. We should probably talk about that because it seems really valuable. Do we just want to
I think we should hang on to that till we get to Guild's Row.
I want to know what it's worth though.
I was gonna ask him.
I don't think this is something if this is something the Izzet was after, I think this is something that we should not just be parading around telling people we have.
That's kind of where I was going, but we haven't had a discussion about it, which is what this is. So don't tell anybody about it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And maybe try to figure out what it's worth so we know if this is once in a lifetime kind of stuff.
Here, I think I can get that out of the Artificers Guild envoy, probe him for information.
Do you think the enchanter would know more or the artificer?
The artificers are enchanters.
Are they?
I'm not an artificer or an enchanter, so I don't want to speak of it, but I'm reasonably sure they're essentially the same.
So from my conversations with Doc, would I know? Doc's changeling.
Oh, sorry. In my head, I have ships on the brain, so you said docks, and I was just like, you talked planks of wood? What the fuck are you talking about?
You're not Connor Bird.
Is this what happens when your players name drop somebody from episodes ago?
Docks you only spoke with briefly.
Yeah, but he showed me around the shop and he offered to teach me stuff.
Yeah, you do know that artificers are enchanters by trade. They deal in rune scribe and stuff like that. They're very precise though.
I'll tell
More
them,
akin to wizards.
I'll tell them the story about the slot and how they had this weird silvery stuff, but I won't say that we got it.
Do you think that'll entice them to try to go there and deal with it?
I think the captain is going to be putting in the official "it needs to be burned out of the sky" notification to the government right now. So I think once that gets announced, they're going to take a few days to, even if they were to go to the island, it would take them days, if not weeks, to get the materials to go to the island to get that stuff. So in my mind, the captain will tell the government will put out a hit on an island, and then people will know not to go there until it is no longer there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about the consequences of our actions.
It's definitely a good thing to think through.
I do have a couple things that we could maybe pawn or talk to the artificer about when they come, and I'm holding up 2 items.
I was about to ask what you're doing with your hands there.
I have in one hand the ceramic. I don't have the name of it, but I put it in my inventory. A ceramic jar of Fey Coke. Remember the drug that I found?
I remember.
Yep, I have that.
You didn't tell me you had that?
He took it from you. You were upset about it.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you take it from
Because
me?
I found it and I wanted it.
But Sahil didn't know you took it.
No, I did. You reluctantly handed it back to me.
Okay, fine.
You identified it, and then he wanted it back because he's the one that found it.
You're gonna sell that?
I didn't say it. I just...
We could have. We're have shore leave. It's a great time to use it.
For the record, it is literally Fey dust, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I just want to make sure I had it.
You said it was something like when you use it, it gives you a plus to this, but a minus, or you crave it or something like that.
Yep, I have a table of fantasy drugs. I want to make sure I was looking at the right one.
And then I have the vial of rare grade poison that I got from the salamander.
I think that we should keep.
Yeah, well, it can be
I'm just saying.
for the artificer or something.
My
Enchant something with it.
Andrew, I'm straight cut, but I fuck with fantasy coke.
That's what
imaginary drugs are cool.
that's what it is in my inventory. It just says ceramic jar of Fey Coke.
It should be Fey Dust, not Fey Coke.
But yeah, same thing.
Alright.
But yeah, I just have those two things. Not saying they should be used or for anything,
Okay.
but I have them.
So, I guess we can just go and get that floor then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to
Maybe
the
that's a
tavern.
great place to call it a night.
People watch a little bit.
I honestly think the Fey Dust is a useful bargaining chip
I do. I agree.
as opposed to a
I
silver.
think so is the quicksilver.
You have.
Or the silver.
That was my point. You have this artificer that you clearly want something from.
I want information. Fine.
That's what.
Make a good point, Kex.
That's what it could be used for. This is a town that we don't live in.
Gotta show that you got the bigger brain than me just because you're a smart boy.
His Kex is
I'm teasing Kex.
okay.
That's what friends do.
Right.
You hold my hand while we walk to the inn.
My hands are full right now. They walk.
All right, I think with that, that's a great place to cut it.
Yep.
With you guys on your way to the Greenvine Inn, looking at basically being giants amongst the townsfolk here. As you guys look around, a bunch of people looking up at you, make your way into the inn itself, grab a floor, and take a rest.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for watching. These cowards didn't want to fight a single fucking thing I
Yeah,
threw at
yeah,
them.
yeah.
How dare they?
Geniuses.
Don't make your problems
Cowards.
solvable.
Yeah, but then I got yelled at to be like, yeah, I feel like I got hit out of nowhere. It's like, yes, you did get hit out of nowhere because that's the only way I'm allowed to. Like,
You guys are too damn squirrely otherwise.
Andrew, 4 years ago, I want to run like a high mortality, like kind of gritty campaign.
Yeah, now we have 2 original party members left.
two of those weren't my fault.
True, but it still happened.
How could
It
this
still happened
happen
in your
to me?
game.
I made my mistake.
Anyways,
Oh, wonderful.
thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week. No, we won't.
No.
We're camping.
Camping next week.
Camping.
We will be back 3 weeks in a row.
We had to schedule a camping
I
trip
think so,
on
yeah.
Pride.
We will be back. Let's see here. Let me pull up the handy dandy calendar.
Back on the 2nd.
We will be playing on the 2nd, and I believe we will be playing at least the 9th and the 16th.
I believe so.
And
I think it's what it says in the
23rd is
Discord.
open for debate.
Yep.
I might want to try to take the 3rd off.
We don't need to schedule on screen. Let's go.
Yep. Anyways,
All right. We love you all very much. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.